amazing evening, Nigeria. So today will be the 11th day, sorry, the 8th day of the month of November 2025. Many things they happen for inside Nigeria, and one of those things really happen in a top say, the Anambra state people they decide who will be their governor. Today, and as the election they take place today, a lot of things they at stake. Either for Anambra people to continue with waiting they get before, or to move away from the status quo. My name is Precious A. It always sweets my belly to bring on an update for things that happen for inside the country. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to the show. Joining me for inside the studio this evening now, Oga Peter Anosike. But before I introduce you to Peter Anosike, like I should just go back, take a quick break, and then come back. All right, welcome back. Now, still on top updates is Precious Nayude and you hear me now, please? While I do. Can you hear me now, please? I didn't mute myself. I'm not muted at all. I'm not muted at all. So everything I've said right now did not even go down. Can you hear me? I just changed my audio device. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh dear. Now wow, this is my village people. I'm not gonna let me degrade too. Okay, no audio still. I'm wondering why I don't have audio. Oh yes, they can hear me now. All right, thank you. I can be heard now. Sincere apologies. I wonder what went wrong there. Sorry. Okay, so that means I'll take the headlines all over again. Sincere apologies. It wasn't deliberate. So there's an exclusive way we get. We carry this exclusive came out. I think this report came out yesterday or day before yesterday about the plenty money we BC government they give to people we BC the camp to APC. And we heard that Tinubu gifts governors Each governor joining APC 250 billion naira, senator 1 billion naira, rep member 500 million APC. That's now one of the matter that we will carry for ground here and we'll go look into them. You are not audible. What is happening to my device? I should get back to that soon. All right, so moving on. Pastor Adeboye to Tinubu, his in-law, tell Trump to delay action for 100 days. Set 90-day deadline for military to finish terrorists. That's how we see Adeboye talk. ISOP terrorists react to Trump's threats, issue stern warning. And for inside the stern warning where they issue, they also tell all Muslims across the world, say Muslims, make una come together in unity. Tell make gonna come together in unity to fight Trump. We're gonna not let them invade Nigeria. And people are saying, you can't still hear me. Ah, wow. It's clear now. Just recap. Thank you so much. Okay. So say Muslims say, sorry, ISOP say make all Muslims come together, join hand together to tell Trump, say, make you know invade Nigeria. Say they need to kill Christians. And Nigerians are saying, wait. A terrorist organization, they call on Muslims across the world to join them to stop Trump from coming to that. Are we okay in this country? But we're getting back to that conversation. We'll get back to it and details of it. Meanwhile, Trump's threat sparks massive sell-offs in Nigeria stock market as investors lose 2.8 trillion naira. The market go rebound, we never know. You can't blame whole group for actions of individuals. Mieti Aladi tell US government, wait. Because of the US won't ban, sanction Mieti Allah. And then they talk, say, oh, go fit take because of activity of some of us, can't blame all of us, not be all of us that fault. Really? But what did you do with the things that some of you were doing? That's not the question. Okay. And then meanwhile, Ogagumi talk, say, unlike IPOB, bandits they rape or then they kill because of saying they vex. Then they avenge Nigeria hostility. Then they vex the way Nigeria they treat them. And I make them do those kind of things. They're not even they happy to do them, but they are ready to talk for peace. They're ready to negotiate for peace. Unlike IPOB that is stubborn and want to leave Nigeria. That's now it's in Sheikh Gumi talk. It shock you? You're not supposed to shock you because things like this are supposed to shock you again for Nigeria. Nigeria Sharia Council asked Tinubu to immediately sack INEC chairman Professor Amopiton over legal brief on genocide. Okay. Ugom community, Kaduna cries out over bandits' daily attacks and gunmen kill youth. An African Union warns Trump, US, over interference in Nigeria's affairs, says don't weaponize religion. And downplaying genocide as farmer header clashes is nonsense. Delivered to me past Tinubu's government. Say this one that they do now utter rubbish, nonsense. Genocide, nothing like farmer header clash. Who is clashing with who? Bandits are on revenge mission, but they listen not like IPOB. I think I've taken that before. Nigerian Chief Judge Soho plots to reassign Nest Oil Nekond case to crony judge amid allegation of bribery from businessman OBAJC. And then we also have Anambra decides 2025, Beavers glitches disrupts voting in Onitsha as voters wait for hours. Democracy monetized in Anambra election, APC candidate alleges. And still talking about Anambra state election, Anambra decides Soludo wins polling units. As Soludo they win polling units, Peter Obi more votes in Anambra, raise alarm over vote buying as they lose their polling units. That one to APC. Anambra 2025, 96-year-old woman weeps after being denied voting. Why they no go let mama vote now? Waiting happen. Okay. Anambra election, councillor reportedly shot dead at polling units. And then Anambra decides Senator Ume calls for arrest of vote buyers. Somebody arrest all the vote buyers. And then LP candidates Moalo defeated in his and Peter Obi's polling units. I said that earlier. And there are other issues, live results trickling in, and I'll let you in as IREF so far don't upload about 93% of results into IREF. These and other issues now we're going to talk about this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Peter Nosike, thank you so much for joining us and good evening and welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. I'm not busy because of I will be around, but I beg waiting, give us updates. Isn't it happen for Anambra State? I know say you close tight for Anambra State. So gist us from those they reach at the most. Isn't it happen for Anambra State?
Well, the election is not what people really expected. People, there was a prediction that it's going to be a one-horse race. That's Soludo
So, no.
clearing everything.
Mm.
But this is not what people are now seeing. Because when Okachukwu flagged off his campaign, the big wigs in APC, like Tinubu, like Shetima, did not come to Anambra. So there was this talk that APC had decided to leave Anambra for Soludo.
Soludo. Same agreement so they don't get. We hear that gossip.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
But for the vote buying, we saw it full time where a woman was carrying money and was giving to voters online. Understand? We,
Mm.
s- we saw that vote buying on TV. Maybe the woman did not know that she was being
On
filmed.
camera.
On camera. Sure.
Now, this vote buying allegation, waiting in mean, especially after Soludo promised cash reward for people who vote for him.
Well, what Soludo said that any local government or any ward that
What?
the new said the highest vote when they get some money, maybe 1 million, 2 million. But when people begin to complain, he said no, that is to encourage voters to come out and vote. That it is not a vote buying. That it is to motivate voters.
So what is the difference between motivating voters and buying votes? Sorry, sir, no vex.
I know be Soludo now. I
No,
know
if
be
I help you be doctor, you be PhD, no be beans. If I help us interpret, make we know the difference. If difference there between vote buying and so basically they talk say for inside the election we happened today. Nigerians they surprised or Anambra people they surprised. Say the APC candidates at least gather some votes to the extent of winning Peter Obi and more allow polling units. What's in that thing mean? It means say Peter Obi effect on the wear off. What's it mean? Because I'm waiting some people they talk.
For me, one, it is not a presidential election. P2B is not on the ballot.
Ballot, okay.
Yes, P2B is not on the ballot, so they are not voting for P2B. Understand? So, but P2B is supposed to have told them who to vote for, but maybe he did not want to meddle in the election. Maybe people just voted for who they feel that understand. But for me, I'm disappointed that APC can win Peter B's polling unit.
All right, sir. From waiting you they see the results, the way they trickle in and all that, waiting you expect generally for this election now for Anambra State.
Well, I still believe that at the end of the day, if there's no magic, that Soludo will still win.
Okay. All right, sir. Okay, make we just look at some of the accusations and way we say, I mean, the vote buying allegations and other issues and way we say people come out, they complain about. You see, say this election is supposed to be like a litmus test for waiting go happen for 2027, especially for the leadership of Amopito. You go talk, say, we go give them vote of confidence, saying do well the way you handle the Anambra State election. Hello, sir. Okay, maybe like say network don't go bad, but make I just quickly play some of those viral videos about vote buying allegations.
What is happening? There's no elections. It's practically transactions going on around the place. When you vote, they write your name, and then you proceed to another section where they give you money. When you look around, these are people going through physical hardship You can almost touch it. But these women, these elders are selling their votes as little as 3,000, 5,000. And it's well supervised. It's well supervised by the people who are whatever.
Particular one wearing a and there are sections. You have people all over the world. It's a cooperative transaction.
It's appalling.
It's appalling. They're sharing. They're sharing. They have position at this point.
Unfortunately, that's audio being very, 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 very bad. I'm able to take that audio. Very bad. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Okay, sir.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, I mean, the hope so for we get that. Yes, sir. I mean, the hope so for we get that audio. I mean, you know, some of the footages are on allegations of vote buying for inside Anambra State. I mean, the hope so for we get them so that we go fit get a perspective to the conversation. But somebody like Soludo come and talk say no matter what's happen. Say, even if other people like made them bribe 100,000 naira each, say Ingo still win the election on a landslide. Would you react to that, sir?
Well, with the information we are getting and the votes that are trickling in, because basically from Aniocha, which is Anambra Central, and mind you, Ekunife is from Anambra Central. Uche Ekunife, the deputy to Okachukwu. So APC is doing well in Anambra Central, where Ekunife come from, and Okachukwu is from South, where Soludo come from. So I'm not expecting a landslide anymore, but I still think that Soludo will win. I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
I didn't hear what you said now. I didn't hear what you said now.
Okay, I said so as it stand like this, so now Labour Party and ADC not get anything to do with this election, because the way they talk, it sound like say that just between APGA and APC. APGA and APC. So what's happened to Labour Party? What's happened to the coalition ADC? This is supposed to be the first example, the first test. Who was supposed to test the strength of the ADC? So if this test no compass for the ADC, then why is the fate of the ADC?
You know, the issue now is people don't really know where Peter Obi did, whether he did Labour Party or ADC. So this is a confusion. So they don't know if you are voting for Labour Party, who you are voting for. If you are voting for ADC, who you are voting for. And another thing, because as I said, Ekunife, who is from Anambra Central, where people come from, Ekunife for now is doing well in the Aniocha area. And mind you, in Anambra North, Obi and now people endorsed Okachukwu, the APC candidate.
Okay.
You hear me?
So, yes, I hear you. Now, as the first outing for Professor Amopito, how will go fit rate the free and fairness of this election, the conduct of the election, considering say now first outing where he gets with this one? How he used prepare our mind for what he go fit do for 2027?
Well, for what I see, he is failing. No,
he's failing.
Yes, now I've never seen this amount of vote buying in the open before. I'm a member of.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Network. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear us, sir? While we wait for his network to reconnect, here are some of those videos of vote buying, EDC. I don't even understand the kind of country we're in. So till now, people see they collect 1 can of drink. Drink when they give you blood for body. They rather be more of poison to your body than blood. 900 they collect with whether 500 or 1,000 naira. That's all you're taking to give out your votes. It's really, really sad. Extremely sad. Say we'll still do for this level for inside. So how difficult it could be for INEC to pinpoint the person, the political party candidates, then we basically do this thing so that it will sanction that particular candidate. How difficult it is for us to do the right thing, to find out which political party they do this one so that we'll face sanction them. I don't know if you can hear me now, sir. I think you tried to get a call.
I'm hearing you.
Okay. Okay, so you see some of the evidences of vote buying. How hard did they for INEC to fish out the political party where they're responsible for giving this money, cash rewards and and other type of rewards for votes? How hard did they?
Well, if they check where now these people that are receiving this money are going to vote for a particular candidate.
Absolutely.
So yes, they're going to vote for a particular candidate. Example, if ADC or Labour Party win in this polling unit, it will be obvious that it was them that did the vote buying. So any particular candidate that wins in this particular polling unit, it means that it is them that did the vote buying, because all of them are going to vote for a particular candidate. And my concern is this thing happening in Anambra State. Understand me?
Yes, sir.
Because Anambra is touted as the home of millionaires. They used to boast that there's no family in Anambra where there's no millionaire. So now,
so how come people are collecting penny stipend for votes? If we have so much millionaires in Anambra,
that's a concern to me. That's a concern to me. I've never seen this kind of vote buying before.
So some people they state saying at the level where they don't use weaponized poverty reach. Be that. Well, just like Ekunife, what they call them, the APC deputy governorship candidates. She talks say democracy has been monetized in Anambra election. What she talk. In fact, some people they look and saying at the level of weaponization of poverty, and they make people defeat stoop to this level to take this amount of money or to take money to sell their votes. Would you say same?
Yeah, it's true now. It's true. Because what I don't know the denomination of the currency, but it will not be more than 1,000 naira. Yes.
And what can 1,000 really buy in Nigeria right now? We're going to make people go sell their votes.
Nothing.
Nothing. All right, sir. All right, so make a quickly look at some things that happen for the election. We here say beavers glitches don't disrupt some of the voting process for inside on nature as voters wait for hours before they even vote at all. And of course, there's the allegation of vote buying by the APC, from the APC candidates, and the fact is Soludo win in polling units, they're very happy about them, but more along and Peter Obi lose their polling units. And then there's also the aspect of violence will happen, as we hear say a councillor they reportedly shot at and then died during the election. In fact, this happened for inside Owerri Zukala. For inside Orumba South Local Government area. They say during the ongoing election, a suspect, the victim, a councillor in the area, was shot by unknown gunmen at Owerri, Zukala, Ward 1, while attempting to cast his vote. That's the same one vote to 9-day shooter. 9-day shooter. They say while voting in Owerri, Zukala, Ward 1, unknown gunmen came and shot a top person and left by the men. This kind of thing still they happen, and that's why he died. spontaneously. Now, if this kind of thing happen for election, what are we supposed to do?
Well, for
Hello,
me,
sir.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I say for me, it simply means that the election is
All right,
not.
go ahead, sir.
I'm hearing you. I say for me, what it means that the election is not free and fair. When people are being killed during the election, it means that it's not free and fair.
All right, sir. So we could move into other conversations very quickly. While we will still continue to monitor the results from Anambra State and we'll update people for here as more updates come out for inside the Anambra State election. But moving on to other issues, I don't know if you've heard this gossip, sir. So there's this gossip that made the round during the week. I think this report was from in fact it was made public yesterday by People's Gazette. Sahara reporters. Then talk say he get the deal where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu strike with the governors with the camp. He's giving each governor 250 billion naira. House of Rep members, senators 1 billion naira each, and House of Rep members 500 million naira each to leave their parties. That is those where they decamp from their parties to APC. How possible is that? But before we talk about the possibility, make I just read them exactly as they used to put them. Now, according to, we hear say the Bola Tinubu's presidency has been accused of a massive financial inducement scheme engineered to lure opposition governors and lawmakers into the ruling All Progressives Congress. Now, top sources within the presidency told Sahara reporters and other newsmen yesterday, Friday, that the ongoing wave of defections from opposition parties to the APC is being powered by jaw-dropping financial packages coordinated directly from the presidency and supervised by senior government officials around Tinubu. According to the sources, each state governor who has recently defected to the APC got a total package of 250 billion Nigerian naira. 250 billion each governor will become gets. Now, this money is released in two tranches. There is 100 billion grant upfront once commitments is shown, and a balance of 150 billion after the formal defection ceremony. One of the sources revealed. So the state governors defecting to APC get a total of 250 billion, senators 1 billion, and members of the House of Representatives 500 million naira each. Now, recently, the Enugu State Governor Peter Obi, the Governor of Bayelsa State Doye Diri, and the Delta State Governor Sheriff Oboriwori, including the Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Eno, Governor Mba, they've all defected to the APC. Now, Governor Mba, announcing his defection in October, had said the move was driven by desire for better to better serve the people of Enugu State and align with the center. In fact, almost all of them, they talk, say they will get more benefits once they align with the center. Say they need to align with the center. And so most of them they talk. Most of them are waiting in the talk. But how you take see this allegation? Do you think there may be any truth in it? And if there is truth in it, which kind of danger it poses to our democracy?
Well, for me, I will not believe those of the governors.
Right.
For the senators and House of Reps, it may be true, but for the governors, because governors are in charge of their state resources, they can get that money if they want. And for Peter Mba is the owner of a Pinnacle Oil and Gas, which is more than $2 billion investment. So what is he doing with a 250 billion?
I've ever heard that the days of a man are insatiable.
No, and Peter Mba, I know, is already working with a candidate in the northeast as a vice president in 2031. So he has to cross over. And so he's already working.
So not be just because of the cash inducement, now because he gets his own plan already to be vice president.
To somebody from the northeast. I know the name, but I don't want to mention it.
So then for the House of Rep members, could that be true?
Well, those ones can be true because they are not a chief executive. They don't have a budget. Governors have budget. Senators, House of Rep members don't have a budget. So they may take money, but a governor who passes a budget every year then can borrow money. I don't think that they will be asking for money. Even
Right.
they can use EFCC against them.
As a way to lure them to.
Sure.
Okay, sir. But again, as I asked earlier, waiting this mean to our democracy for Nigeria?
Well, it means that we are not practicing democracy anymore, and that if care is not taken, it may lead to a one-party state. Because now
Okay.
we heard that Kefa of Taraba State will be defecting very soon. Understand? We heard that Kefa of Taraba may be defecting very soon, but his own is also peculiar because with what is happening now, that's the fear from America. Tinubu may not want to do Muslim again, and Kefa of Taraba may be considered as a viable vice presidential candidate for Tinubu.
Because he's a Christian and he's from the north.
Because yes, from the north.
So no longer Kwankwaso again. Where would that now leave Kwankwaso and the waiting we hear earlier?
No, that was before
Trump came.
Now everything has changed. Permutation has now changed.
All right, sir. Okay, so make we wait for waiting will happen in the coming days if this allegation are true or not. But then let's go straight to Bishop Adeboye. I should say you don't hear the reaction where we say you don't get. People don't wait for since to talk about what's happening for Nigeria, especially to cry out about the killing of Christians. Where the present administration, even though they don't talk, say Christians they died before in the past some years ago. Right now, they talk, say no be only Christians they die. Say now everybody they die. Say there is no genocide against Christians. But even though say statistics where they show say Christians they die in a larger number than any other religion. As people they wait for Oga Adeboye to talk, him don't come and come talk today. Say if him go advise Tinubu, say him go tell him say make sure say him go beg Donald Trump, beg and well diplomatically. Make sure say make it help and delay the intervention when he won't bring. Make he delay the intervention by 100 days. And they make him, Tinubu, use 90 days inside that 100 days. Charge service chiefs them. Make them make sure, say, then wipe out all the terrorists within that 90 days. That is within 3 months. If they not wipe them out, make them resign. The tax we go give them, and make them wipe them out. Saying go tell Tinubu in-law again, because he call him in-law. Saying go tell him in-law, say, people who are around them, they no good at all. Say, in fact, people there around them are the greatest problem we didn't get. Because when you hear that, I think when that October 1st speech the president give, when he talk, say, people are now returning to their villages. Security is becoming good again. Saying talk, say, who write this kind of thing for my in-law? My in-law, who write this thing for you, no like you? Because people need to return to their villages. So a lot of people don't, react to waiting Adeboye talk. Say, why he be say reach Tinubu talk? Remember, say negotiation and diplomacy they work. But when you read Jonathan Tom, negotiation and diplomacy no work. We'll make her take your reaction, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, I was also shocked with the news that is coming out now, because before now, APC thought that everything is working in their favor. With the way the governors are defecting, senators are defecting, House of Rep members are defecting. The narrative then was that everybody was happy with Tinubu. That's why all of them are joining APC. But now people are now recanting Adeboye himself, and the Khan president, that's Daniel Oko, that the president of Khan, said yes, there's genocide in Nigeria, that there's no need denying it. PFN said yes, there's genocide in Nigeria.
Genocide? Did they say genocide against Christians, or just say genocide in Nigeria? That is the question. Do you think the target is Christians? Did they emphasize that the target is Christians? The reason I'm saying this is that Lai Mohammed on record called it genocide against Christians. In fact, he said that Christians are targeted because they won't cause trouble for Nigeria. I make Christians they targeted. They won't cause ethnic conflicts for Nigeria. I make the Christians they targeted. And then also, him, Tinubu too, for 2014, also pointed fingers at Christian genocide, where he blamed Jonathan's inability to handle the security situation at that time, and he called it genocide. In fact, all of them 2014 go meet Obama, say Christians they die. So what changed between 2014 and now that is no longer Christians that are dying? Even Buhari changed mouth and said yes, indeed targets, a terrorism target at Christians. The evidences are all there. So at what point did he change? And just like one of my guests don't come here before come talk, say, if the people where they conduct this attack, in fact, let's take your opinion first, and we will go ahead, go talk further on it. Go ahead, sir.
They say what goes round comes round. What measured to Jonathan is now being measured to him, and he is complaining. 20 was telling Jonathan, resign if you cannot handle the security. Resign. Understand? So all those things that they do to Jonathan now, it is now happening to them. Now Donald Trump has now they used Obama in 2014. Now Donald Trump has now come to visit to them what Obama visited to Jonathan. And I know that Obama is more fierce, more decisive than Jonathan.
All right, sir. So another angle to the conversation, it be say, many they wonder why all of a sudden, almost everybody across a particular section of Nigeria, they worried since Trump come. And there was something Adeboye said in his comments. He said he should tell Trump to delay invading Nigeria. Trump never said he was going to invade Nigeria or attack Nigerians. Trump said he was coming to get the Islamic jihadist terrorists that we have been that the government has been unable to control when they kill Christians. So why almost all the narrative across media since it happened and the panic across everywhere, they like say Trump won't attack Nigeria? Do you know why it is like that? Especially within northern Nigeria, people from northern extraction. I'm sorry that I had to say this, because the narrative just they like say everybody they apprehensive. They say no, Trump you cannot come. Trump you cannot come. You're coming to attack Muslims. Trump never said he was coming to attack Muslims.
Well, if you remember, there was heavy protest in Kanu yesterday.
I'm coming to that protest. I'm coming. Just go ahead, sir. Mm-hmm. I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
That's part of the reasons. That's part of it.
So,
why should there be a protest? I mean, if you talk, say, the terrorists that attack both Christians and Muslims, say not only Christians, they die. And Trump say, won't come help on and kill the terrorists. I mean, no vex. Why you not the protest against person where won't come help on and kill person where they kill all of us? Does it make sense?
Well, it means that they are sympathetic with those terrorists. That's what it means. I read a statement that somebody posted that Trump is coming to kill his relations, that he will not fold his hand. Understand me? That those people that Trump is coming to kill are his brothers and sisters. Understand? So, and again, Donald Trump gave a condition, say, stop this killing. Cannot do it. I will come and help you and do it. He didn't say that he's coming to invade Nigeria.
Yes.
He said he's coming to fight against the terrorists.
All right. And they come on to some things so we see happen. Now, let's look at the protest where we see happen for Kano State. It is very shocking and surprising to see that people carry placard against Donald Trump and people carry banner. There was well-organized protest. But you know one thing where they surprising for this protest? Police no stop them. You know, say, these same people protested exactly around this time last year when they carry Russian flag, where they used charge most of them for terrorism. But they protested this protest now.
Terrorism.
No catch them. Nobody catch them. They put Islamic movement to attack Nigeria. Yeah. Make Trump not attack Nigeria. I don't know where Trump ever stated that he was going to attack Nigeria. I don't know how we misunderstood what he said, but this is what is happening. But the shocking thing about this, we say, all of this protest happened peacefully, without any attack from the police, no tear gassing. But tell me, if any other party, yes, if any other party, if any other person, you understand, been protest like this, I beg no vex and go let it like if person been to protest, say, oh, Trump, come quick, or stuff like this. They go let them. They waiting they go do those people then.
Then go bring their armored tanks now. Then go bring their armored tanks. They will even brand it. So, for me, this shows you the partiality in the country. This shows you the partiality in the country, where some people are being treated like being more equal than the others. So for me, it shows the kind of country that we are in, because everywhere protest is protest. Protest is protest. They blocked the road. They caused hardship. They disrupted the free flow of cars, but nothing was done to them. Even a lot of people don't know that there was protest in Kano, because it was police did not interfere.
All right, sir. So make a play a snippet of some of the things in which these people then talk as they That's it there. And on a lighter note, some of them may even talk, and some of them talk, say, well, Trump, who tell you say would they persecute Christians? We need to kill Christians for Nigeria. Would they live together, both Christians, Muslims, and anybody? Say, they tell Trump. Say, may Trump no come. If he bring his soldiers come here, say Nigeria mosquito go bite them. And he go wound them. And all that. Now, this not the kind of thing we be say happen. And while this they happen, we have a Sheikh Gumi who has been speaking consistently in favor of this of the terrorists. They talk, say, make Trump no come. Say, how you think saying if you can defeat people way Nigerian army never fit defeat. Say no go fit defeat them. Say instead of him to come fight them, say make him negotiate with them. Nigerian government don't negotiate with these people over the years. The negotiation never yield any results, including in Kaduna State, whose the governor he praised that, oh, the Kaduna State governor is doing well because he negotiated with the terrorists and that he's complying and that things are well in Kaduna State. But there are still the pockets of violence in Kaduna State. People are still kidnapped. People are still killed in Kaduna State. Now, in the talk, say instead of Trump to kill them, make him negotiate with the terrorists. Say because the terrorists they get mind to negotiate, to change from their ways. Unlike IPOB. Say IPOB, then they're very stubborn and they deadly because they won't come off for Nigeria.
Well, in Kaduna, mind you, they said that they want to give the terrorists health care and scholarship.
Yes.
That they want to give them health care, give them scholarship. So for me, I say that armed robbers should also form their own association, so that government should also give them health care and scholarship. Kidnappers should also form their own association. Understand? Maybe very soon now, government will start building estates for terrorists. Understand? Better life for terrorists. So,
better
but
like terrorists.
yes, that's
Hey, all right, though. All right, while this is happening, make I just see another one. So the Islamic State for West Africa Province, ISWAP, they don't also release a report reacting to Donald Trump matter, to the recent attack where Donald Trump talks, say they call attack bandits, them and the terrorists rather. Now, Trump had designated Nigeria as country of particular concern. Of course, we know that. Now, according to reports, they say, for inside the report they bring out, where they post out, the terrorist group reacted to Trump's threat via a propaganda message circulated on its usual communicator channels. He said ISWAP is in its message rather described as a reckless American tyrant. That's what they describe Trump, saying the reckless American tyrant, alleging that the US president was being influenced by evangelical Christian and Jewish advisors during his administration. Now, the group, according to Zakazola Makama, claimed that Trump's move signaled what it described as an attempt by the United States to project itself as a global defender of Christians. He said the extremists also warned its fighters against the use of smartphones, urging them to avoid large gatherings and limit their movements. So may they avoid large gathering, may they not gather in group, may they limit their movement, may they not use phones, so that Trump drone no go fit target them. For inside the statement, then call on all Muslim groups to make all Muslims unite and take this threat by Trump seriously, accusing the West of what it's termed crime against African Muslims. That one shocked me as I hear them say, make all Muslims unite against this one. Wait, this happen. Make I take your reaction, sir.
Well, for me, it shows that actually there's a genocide against Christians. That is simply what it shows. And imagine terrorists calling somebody reckless tyrant. You are a terrorist. You are a terrorist. You are carrying gun, killing innocent people, and you are calling another person reckless tyrant. Then then what are you? So it simply shows that they are united in what they are doing. For me, that's what it shows, that they are united in what they are saying. And early this week, there's somebody who called himself a professor of political science and international relation, one Sadiq Abubakar from
Yes.
Sadiq Abba from University of Abuja, who said that Donald Trump is angry at Tinubu because Tinubu mobilized fund for Kamala Harris. That's what somebody who called himself a professor of international
And
relations.
he promised he was going to swear by the Quran. And sources don't find that say that claim and lie, say no be true.
So America doesn't accept foreign funding in their election.
Yes. Yes.
Understand me? America doesn't accept foreign funding. So what he's even doing is reporting Tinubu to Donald Trump. Understand? That's he thought that he's defending Tinubu, but he is exposing Tinubu and also exposing his ignorance. Somebody who called himself a professor of political science and international relations, saying that on air that Tinubu funded the Kamala Harris election against Donald Trump. So it's unfortunate.
All right. So another thing we can come to mind after I see this ice swap later. Now this tweet will be say happened some years. This was in 2021. Islamic State West African Province ISWAP flyer distributed in I think Gaydam Yobe State and its translation by a native speaker. Now make a look whether Gofi gets both the original copy and the translation. This one at 2021, no. Now you see that later at 2021. Now I think this is the original copy written in I don't know the language. This is not the original copy. So I beg, if I show the transcribed copy, I hope say people will don't understand the language go fit notify me whether not the same thing or not. Now they translated for the translated copy. Now, according to the version waiting for the translated copy, this now waiting a carry. Let me see if I can get through to that version on the translated copy very quickly. Okay, so this now waiting the translated copy. See, I'm here. They say the Muslim community in general, and that they send this later. So the Muslim community in general and the West African community in particular. Know this. The main objective, purpose of our jihad to glorify Allah's word by restoring Allah's way of judgment on the servants of Allah and on Allah's land. Now, among our objectives are the following: protecting the Muslim religion and defending their blood, their assets, property, and protecting their dignity against who threatens them. Also, this is a call to stop idolatry, polytheism, and paganism. And apologies, the print is quite small, so I'm struggling to say it. And oppression, and a conversion to theology, Islamic precepts, and justice. Now they say those who we are up in arms against we are fighting against what's in the call them again? Idolatry and polytheists. I hope I got that. Polytheists. And then the Crusaders, Christians, that the people they say that they fight against, and other non-believers. We fight against anyone who is opposed to the religion of Islam, including those who are professing to be Muslims, but they know to support what's in the apple for Islam. Now, those whom we will not touch, the blood of Muslims and their dignity, we are forbidding from touching their assets and property. Nothing of theirs is permitted to us, except that which the Sharia permits us to touch. They went on and on and on. Now, by this letter, where they circulate since 2021, ISWAP circulate, and is a terrorist organization, is it now clear that they're fighting Christians? Another example, now waiting a guest of mine talk for inside this show. Say, if the people then government they talk say Muslims and Christians no they targeted as this attack. You remember there was a particular Muslim cleric that was awarded because he hid Christians in his mosque during attacks. Remember?
Yes.
Good. Say why it be say if no be Christians and they targeted us, why it be say that's Muslim cleric go fit hide Christians then survive? Why did they not attack the mosque and burn the mosque down? Why did they not attack him, the Muslim cleric? Why did they spare his life? Because he's a Muslim. Why did they spare the Christians he hid? Because of him. Why did they come out to speak to them and they allowed him? If the attack is not targeted at Christians, there are lots of questions we would want to ask. The big question now can be, all of these things where they happen, if it they known to the US, how our leaders in the futures explain to the US, say, even with all these things we don't happen, though, we still believe, say, these people them. Even though say we don't talk for past, say these attacks they targeted at Christians, but we still believe right now, say it don't change. If they're not targeted at Christians, even though say Christians by record or on record they die more. How we go face the world? Could that be one of the reasons why Trump called us a disgraced country?
Well, he has every reason to call us a disgraced country. And when you check on the way things have been done in this country, you know, because nothing really is working in the country. And if you check, most of these kingdoms are in Christian-dominated areas.
Absolutely, sir. Including those in the north. Yes.
Southern Borno, where Chibok is Christian dominated. Southern Borno, Southern Kaduna, all these are Christian dominated areas. Then Benue, Plateau, these are where massive killings are happening, and they are Christian dominated areas. And then America has their people in Nigeria. They are getting informations. So there's no way they can defend that genocide against Christians is not happening in the country. The deputy speaker had, yes. the speaker.
He said, Trump apologized to us.
Let Donald Trump apologize to a disgraced country. Understand? So for me, Tinubu had never been as busy as he had been since this week. So Trump has woken them up. Understand? Trump has woken them up. Now he has now vowed that to fight terrorists. He has now remembered that it is time to appoint ambassadors. He has now known that it's time to be attending a fake meeting. So Trump has woken them up from their sleep.
Why did he not bring that to the table?
All right, sir. Okay, sir. So let me quickly run through other issues very, very quickly. Still, as you get to do with the news, very quickly. So we heard that Nigerian stock market recorded a significant downturn in the last few days as investors at the Nigerian Exchange Limited (NGX) lost massive 2.8 trillion naira between November 3 and 7, 2025. And this one they say that because of perhaps a reaction, the market react to Trump threats. But people they look say the market will rebound later on and everything will stabilize later on. This one maybe an initial gra because of waiting Trump talk and the fear of the threats. But let's move on to other issues. Now, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, they don't criticize the move by the United States lawmakers to impose sanctions on the group over alleged violation of religious freedom in Nigeria. Now, this comes after the U.S. House of Representatives called on the Department of State Services as the Department of State and Treasury to impose targeted sanctions on some Nigerian organizations, including Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association and Miyetti Allah Cattle Hure. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump had earlier, of course, designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern over Christian killings in Nigeria. So, speaking to Daily Post newspaper and newsmen generally in Kano. Abdullahi Baduji Adamu, a state leader of Miyetti Allah, said the United States should not act on half-truths or incomplete investigations. Say, may they not act because of half-truths or incomplete investigation. Abakoji, who is also the country director of the International Human Rights Commission, Relief Funds Trust, said it would be unfair to hold an entire organization responsible for the actions of a few members. I don't know whether you understand that, sir. Say, make Trump, make the United States House Congress no hold the entire organization responsible for the action of just a few members. He said it is dangerous to take such measures without proper investigation. If an individual breaks the law, that person should be investigated and punished as an individual, not the whole group. They added that blanket sanctions could create tension and misunderstanding within the Fulani community and worsen insecurity. And a lot of people interpret that like more like a threat. Now, sanction could worsen crisis. That's what in one. He says sanctions like this by the United States go feel worsen the crisis. Now, Bakoji, a retired army captain, said foreign governments should always work with Nigeria on security matters rather than taking unilateral actions. Now, there are people who have also said that US government, US military or government, if you find it difficult to work with Nigerian military because of trust issues. Because in the past, they say they don't try to, do joint operation with Nigerian governments or Nigerian military. And they find that Nigerian military leak intelligence to Boko Haram during that Chibok girls attack period, right? Now, they are insisting that foreign US should rather work with Nigerian military. But how do they work? How should they work? Or how would you force them to work with Nigerian military when when they accuse us of selling out to the bandits? Quoting him further, he says, if countries like America impose sanctions on groups without concrete evidence, it will make people believe that the Fulani ethnic group is being targeted. He warned that such actions could increase tensions in areas already struggling with farmer herders conflicts. Tensions in areas struggling with farmer herders conflict. According to Oga Miyetti Allah, he said Miyetti Allah's mission is to promote peace and modern livestock practice among its members, not to fear violence. Those organizations, well, let me take your reaction before I go ask further questions, because it is some things when you talk that way, we say they bite me from ear to ear.
Well, for me, this Miyetti Allah became very powerful under Buhari's administration. Yeah, because it is their business partner. Buhari was also a cattle rearer. For 8 years, Buhari has 130 cows.
They're not born, they're not dying.
Not dying. So,
oh goodness.
Yeah. So again, they are people that are causing this killings in the north central and even southeast, because they have invaded most of the forests, most of the farms. And if government is truly serious about fighting insecurity, they should first of all ban these cattle and these herders from carrying AK-47. That should be the first step, banning them from carrying AK-47, because a non-state actor has no power to be carrying an assault rifle. It is wrong. So that should be the beginning. I feel if Tinubu announced tomorrow that herders are no more allowed to carry dangerous weapons, America will say yes, these people have started on a positive note. So the first step to me should be banning these these herders from carrying AK-47, because it is them that are shooting people in the southeast, even southwest too. Understand me? Yes.
What I want to ask. They say you know go fit blame the actions of a few members on all the members. So that means that is an acknowledgement that some of their members they involved for the act of terrorism where US accused. Could that be an acknowledgement by that
It's
statement?
an acknowledgement. It's an acknowledgement. If they know those of members, they should bring them out now.
I was going to say that. So if by that statement acknowledging that indeed some of their members they involved for the act of terrorism, what steps have they taken to ensure say then call those members to order or exonerate the entire group for those members when they do those bad things? I don't know how many times Plateau State has been attacked, Southern Kaduna or other places don't get attacked. Where Miyetti Allah distance themselves from the attack. Have you heard? Say
Yes.
they talk, say, oh, they sympathize. You don't hear of any time we be say them. We hear say headsmen.
No, they have
been killed.
not.
So if they have not distanced themselves from the attack, God bless you. So if they've not condemned those attacks, then why now command the U.S. Congress on what to do or not to do? So the perception they should have about your organization. I beg, I won't know whether my head not to be correct.
No, because as I said, America has their embassy in Nigeria. They are getting intelligence on a daily basis. They know who is doing what, and that's why they said that this Miyetti Allah and McBahn, which is also the same thing, should be sanctioned. So it is an indication, and it is a direction that this Tinubu government should follow now. Understand? By disarming them.
All right.
Because if Tinubu fails to do something, yes, go on.
Okay. Because another thing where I want to ask are the continuous rhetorics of farmer header clash. And if you look at the way the farmer header clash they come, you gonna say that always something that leads to the attack. The farmers then, their business need to move. It is statutory. It is static. It is one place. Where be their farms, Abi? Right. Waiting will cause the clash between a header and a farmer. If the header no carry a heads, no heads in flock, enter inside the farmer farm, what will cause the clash? So if we consistently they call them farmer header clash, and you say this attack always they targeted at communities where they 80% Christians, you understand, and mostly are non-Fulani communities. How is it? I don't understand why we keep calling it a clash instead of calling it a pure genocide against maybe an ethnic group or maybe a group of people, or maybe against their religion. Because how do you call somebody who comes at night, opens fire in the community, burn houses and kill people a clash? How is that a farmer header clash? And they say that dragging land disputes. How do you come and drag my land from me, and you tell me that you're dragging land from me, and will they drag land? You know, there is a lot that government is not, and the government should actually be the one at the forefront of mediating in this issue and calling a spade what it is. Is it that government is deliberately allowing people to approach people and not seeing anything? We really need to understand what's in the happen, sir.
Well, that is why for me, two things are happening here. One is negligence on the part of government and inaction, because Agatu, up to today, Agatu has not been rebuilt.
Every day in Benue today, Agatu, the remaining parts will still remain. They see they attack them almost every other month, every other time. They're still attacking them.
And in Benue today, over 1 million people are living in IDP camp. What government is now doing is building putting booths in IDP camp, which means that has become their permanent home. Understand? What government is now doing is building putting booths and digging boreholes at IDP camps instead of making effort for them to go back. Because any community they sack, the people will now take over there, begin to use there to feed their their cattle. But instead of government making effort for them to return, government is now perpetuating them at the IDP camps by building putting boots, by sinking boreholes. Understand? Which means they shouldn't go back to their communities. And these herders are now living comfortably in those communities after renaming them to Fufude. Understand? So, and they know this.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. So I don't tell you earlier, say Shegumi, Kaduna State Base Cleric Shegumi, you don't say bandits are killing in revenge for the hostilities they suffered from Nigerian states. Say that they revenge for the hostility where they suffer from Nigerian states. He added that rampaging bandits want peace, and unlike the indigenous people of Biafra terrorists pushing for secession. So say them, they want peace, but say IPOB did worse than bandits because IPOB no even want peace at all at all. If you go react to that, I go make I move on to other issues. And then still talking about this farmer hider clash thing. Human rights lawyer and activist Dele to me don't slam President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and in governments generally over the persistent downplaying of the mass killings of ravaging parts of the country, insisting that what is happening is genocidal, not the so-called farmer header clashes. In fact, they talk for China's television for, I think, hard copy yesterday, Friday. Farotimi criticized the authorities for what he described as a deliberate attempt to whitewash atrocities that have been renewed, that have drawn renewed global attention, including strong remarks from US President Donald Trump. So how can you say he accused the government of hiding behind misleading narratives to avoid accountability, saying the scale, coordination, and targets or targeted nature of the killings make it clear that it is facing a campaign of extermination rather. Say it not just to exterminate people, not random communal violence. To say you are calling genocide farmers herders clash. What nonsense, he said. How can a farmer who owns nothing be clashing with somebody carrying AK-47 and other assault rifles? And they are calling it farmer header clash. You even find government persons peddling the same idiocy. According to Resident idiocy, none they peddle. I don't know whether I would like react to that while I move on to other issues, sir.
Well, for me, what is happening in Benue, in that, which I know, if it's not checked, will spread over to Kogi and then Enugu State, because this state has boundaries. What is happening there is invasion and nothing more. Those communities are being invaded and killed. It's just like that mountain and Muhammad, which they say if a mountain cannot go to Muhammad will have to go to the mountain. Farms don't move. As you said, farms are stationary. So it is the headers that are coming to the farm. It is the headers that are coming to the farm and killing farmers. So it is deliberate. So what is happening is deliberate. There's nothing like a community fighting the other. What is happening there is a targeted attack. So what then the Palestinian said is the truth.
Okay, so there's another saga, another wahala again. I don't know whether you remember, say, whether you don't hear, say, news carry say the current INEC chairman had in a legal briefing referred to the killings in Nigeria as genocide. In a legal briefing, we write, I think, far back as 2020. Now, the Supreme Council of Sharia for Nigeria don't call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to immediately reverse the appointment of Oga Amakwito and Saka because of this kind of thing. Way right? Say, how dare he? suggests that what is happening in Nigeria is genocide. Now, the Sharia Council called, and they made this call today, Saturday, following a report that revealed that Professor Mokpiton once authored a legal brief in 2020 containing, that kind of thing we talk, say, what's in the happen for Nigeria, genocide. So initially, I think it was Sahara reporters that had reported on Thursday exclusively, and they said the report is titled Nigeria's Silent Slaughter, where the senior advocate of Nigeria, San Ogamokpito, then in his legal brief called the urgent intervention to stop what he termed pogrom and attacks against the Christians and minority groups in Nigeria. Now, Mokpito recently appointed, of course, INEC chairman. These Islamic people now, they talk, say, no. For person who get that kind of mindset, I beg, I'll get presidents come out for office. What does this mean to us?
Well, when he was appointed, nobody opposed him. Nobody opposed him. What he said is true because he is from Kogi, and Kogi and Benue. He is from Kogi, and Kogi and Benue has a boundary. So injustice for one is injustice for all. I know that Tinubu will not sack him because of what these people said. It will even win more favors for the INEC current the INEC chairman.
All right, sir. So, but meanwhile, as all these ones they happen, attacks never end. Because right now, I don't know whether you remember that graveside Reverend Ezekiel Dachumo. We hear say they never hear from him for the past 24 hours or more. People they suggest say they go don't kidnap him because he had alleged threats to his life following all the revelations when they make. We will never see hear from him. We don't know whether indeed they don't kidnap him or maybe Naim be not just day well enough because he speaks almost every day. And for a while now, nobody's heard from him. And while that one still they happen, we hear say Ogom community for inside the Ogom community for don't they cry out for help. That is the community they for inside Kajuro local government area of Kaduna State. They don't issue desperate plea for help following a deadly bandit attack that resulted in the death of one youth and left another severely injured. This na Kaduna State, where they talk say their governor they cooperate. I just make a remind you, they make a raise them up. They say that governor they cooperate for the way we be saying use they handle the matter and as in use give amnesty to them. How come we say this attacks they happen for the same community where they cooperate? But while all this they happen, African Union now they back Nigeria. They talk say make Trump make sure say he cease fire, make it stay clear Nigeria matter. May they no come worsen matter for us. May they no interfere for what they do us. Say make weaponize religion to do anything, to impose anything or say anything as for waiting they happen to us. Go ahead, sir.
Well, it is under United Nations Charter. There's what is known as there's a law responsibility to protest. To protect, responsibility
to protect, yes.
To protect. So it's under UN. With this law, there's nothing like sovereign. Understand? There's nothing like sovereign. Okay, when Nigeria sent troops under ECOMOG to Liberia and Sierra Leone, did anybody that what was happening in Sierra Leone and Liberia were internal matters, but ECOMOG was sent, and over 80% of the soldiers were from Nigeria. Nigerian government funded ECOMOG. So if Nigeria can go to Liberia, that's to stop the killing between Chastendo, Samuel Doe and Jeremy Johnson. The same thing that's in Sierra Leone. What stops America from coming? Again, this should is the AU that is talking. What is their weight? What is their value? What is happening between Congo, DR, and M23? Have they done anything about it? What, the killings in Sudan, have they done anything about it? So for me, AU is just a toothless bulldog.
All right, sir. Make I begin open phone line shortly. May Nigerians begin put mouth for waiting they happen as it gets to do with the matter where they ground, will concern all these ones where they happen. So, but in the coming days, what do you expect from Donald Trump, sir? What do you expect from all of these things where they happen?
Well, he gave a condition. He gave stop the killing in Europe. So for me, what you will do is to watch what then government is doing, whether they have the capacity to stop the killing. But if they don't have the capacity already, I know that America is made up. Understand? They are seeing cover up from the statements coming from America. They feel that government is complicit.
Yes,
In
they
this
do feel
thing.
so. In fact, they had even complained. One of their rep members, Riley Moore, complained about the millions of dollars that they've always giving to us in aid for, and assistance they're giving to us. So what will they do with the money? In fact, he's accusing Nigerian government of corruption, and that's really indicting, really. He'd accuse Nigerian government of corruption. Say we know they handle the money, then we didn't give us well. And it can't be like saying Nigerian government deliberately they siphon the money, then what did they give us to use fight this and these things. Like I said, they deliberately chop the money and allow people to die.
So for me, Donald Trump, I feel, will just watch them and see what they are doing about it. So it is a wake-up call for Nigerian government to stand up and begin to protect life and property, which is what Tinubu swore to do.
Okay. All right then. So let's hope that in the coming days something will happen. But you know, say as it be like this, so attacks they continue. In fact, according to that reverend, it will say some people they bent at even causing more chaos, making sure they can kill as many people as possible before any help come for Nigerians. But
Before
Donald Trump comes. But a lot of people also don't see him from the angle, say, oh, if Donald Trump comes, Nigeria is going to turn to waiting, Nigeria will turn to Libya, Nigeria will be like Sudan, they come for our natural resources. That's not some of the permutations where don't happen. Do you buy any of them?
It doesn't make sense. To me, those things do not make sense. What is the value of our natural resources? They are talking about oil. Europe from 2027 will begin to phase out vehicles using fuel.
Oh,
Understand?
I mean, I'll just call your brother don't move motion for electric. Make we begin convert to electric vehicles, even though they will not get lights.
So the issue is, what is the value of your oil that America would want to take? Understand? Whatever America wants from Nigeria, they can get it if they are serious about it. America control the World Bank. America control IMF. With these two bodies, they can get whatever they want from Nigeria. So saying that Donald Trump is looking for our oil, for our natural resources, does not make sense. What value of our economy? United States is a $39 trillion economy. $39 trillion economy. Followed by China, 18 trillion. Why Nigeria is not even up to one trillion dollar? Or they are just looking, or they are just talking nonsense.
All right, Nigerians, phone lines are open. Kindly call the WhatsApp number right away 0817-029-4077, or you follow the link where they by the pinned post. The link will bring you straight into the studio. May you put my for talk for waiting they happen for inside the studio, or you call the WhatsApp number 0817-029-4077. Okay, so we'll never talk about abuse of power. I have a few people here who said they've read abuse of. I don't know whether you hear them when they talk. A few of my people. Edwin, where are you? Mr. Edwin from UK called in, I think 2 weeks ago or last week. He said he's read the book and that's, he really represents what it be, abuse of power. So in all the things where you state for this book, Abuse of Power, Dr. CK, you by chance capture a way out from the abuse of power of the experience of Africa, and in any way seek for any intervention or perhaps envision any intervention?
Well, what is happening even in the country today is abuse of power. This genocide is also abuse of power, and for headers to be carrying arms is abuse of power, because they don't have the right to carry arms. They are not state actors. Why should they carry arms? Because cattle rearing is a private business. So if they should carry arms, it means that the traders in Anambra should also carry arms, because armed robbers can also attack them. So what is happening? This genocide is also part of the abuse of power. People's vote not counting is abuse of power. You see what happened in Tanzania and in Cameroon.
Yes.
All those where a woman presidential candidate has to disqualify her opponents in order to be re-elected, and they say he scored over 98%. In this modern world, that's with social media, that somebody scoring 98%. It's abuse of power.
Okay, and there is more abuse of power. Now let's even speak to the other aspect of abuse of power which is happening for Nigeria. Like the recent one. I don't know whether you capture it since the book is recent. The recent abuse of power, latest one we see for Nigeria, now the use of Cyber Act law to use come for anybody we talk anything against it for Nigeria. We don't see them happen with the Senate President versus Natasha Potudan. We don't see them happen to every other social media person we call out anybody.
More used it against somebody.
Exactly. So we they see right now we they see Ned Moko they use them against Regina Daniel, the white family. So we don't they see those abuse of power. How do we classify this particular part of abuse of power and this aspect of abuse of power?
Hello?
Can you hear me, sir?
Repeat what you said.
I said, how do we classify these aspects of abuse of power? This one will be say anybody who gets influence or power, they use that power. This Cyber Act law now against people where they are around them.
Well,
and I gave an instance of the Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko incidents and their family issue.
Well, it just to infringe on your rights. On your rights, that's to make you less human. You no freedom of speech and even of association or talk. Understand? So that is what is happening. You don't have that right to even express yourself, because Nigerians or Africans have this mentality that women are part of the furniture in the house.
Really? But a woman for Tanzania, now they perform that magic for Tanzania now. She's African.
That's what it's a difference.
She can't possibly be a furniture. and she gonna do those things that she do. Well, make our open phone lines, make people jumping on the conversation very quickly. I got you here, Henry. Henry, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Precious. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you? How are you doing?
Good. I've been waiting, but right now I'm busy.
Sorry. Okay,
can
it's
you take other person? But I'll still be here.
It's okay, no problem. No problem, Henry. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, I got you, Mr. Mop. Good evening, Mr. Mop. Mr. Mop, have you bought abuse of power?
What do you say?
Have you bought abuse of power? Let me even post the link. Have you bought abuse of power? I put up the link on what did they call it?
Say that again.
Have you gotten a copy of abuse of power?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Maybe I will go and look at it on Amazon. You know, I don't read the law, but you know, I read something that interests me.
You should read, though. You should. This is about our Nigeria. It is about our country.
I'm going to do it. You know, so I will let you know by next week.
Thank you. So
greeting, Precious, my sister.
Thank you.
Greeting, Dr. Nusike. It's always delightful to come on this platform, you know, or wherever you are and listen to you. You are a very
your network is twitching.
Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead. Your network be the break, but just go ahead.
Okay, but can you hear me now?
I think it's better now. Go ahead.
Okay, please. Thank you very much. So let me ask Dr. Nusike a question. I don't want to prolong, you know, but I just wanted to make one statement, then ask about what's going on. So we are talking about what's going on in Nigeria and what's going, you know, they are talking about Trump being a bully and all that kind of things. But I look at it that, you know, the Nigerian people have been bullied all along, weaponized poverty, you know, and everything. So who is this worse? Sometimes we need to listen, in my own opinion. Regardless, I'm not in favor of intervention, but if this is going to make Nigerian government, you know, wake up and start doing the needful, you know, I'm all for it. But as of right now, they have not done the needful. Forget about what Tinubu said for 21 seconds and that kind of stuff. They're not doing it. And you have said something about what the Northerners, you know, are talking about the present INEC chairman, what he wrote in 2020. So what are they going to do? Are they going to try to remove him? This is the problem I keep on saying. We have Fulani problem, not the whole Fulani, the elite Fulani problem in this country. And there's no way this country will go anywhere without resolving our problem. And this started during the 1999 Constitution, whereby a Sharia law was implemented. You know, you give the northern part of the country to use the Sharia law to govern themselves for any kind of customary court. And there's nothing for the Christians. So everything was done in favor of the Muslim. Unless that, you know, that nonsense, you know, shenanigan constitution is shredded and, you know, rebranded, you know, to companded everybody. Because right now it seems like the Muslims are, you know, are ruling this country, and they've been ruling this country for about two-thirds of our independence, and nothing has come out of it. That's where we are right now. They are not even more than the Christians. If I have to guess, like Dr. Kati say here, I will give it 54% or 55% Christians. The rest are Muslims.
You know, this thing you said, you got to me so badly because I think I watched David Hunde's interview with an American journalist yesterday or so, and he was saying that the Nigeria has just about 48% Christians and 52% Muslims. I say how you come to that statistics? Where you get that statistic when you talk? But finish your question.
But anyway, let me not rant about it. It's not why I'm here. I wanted to ask Dr. Nusike something. I have some questions to ask you, Dr. Nusike. So my question I'm going to ask you is that what measure has the Nigerian government taken to protect the religious minority? Have you seen any of that one? That's one of the questions. And what are they doing with the security? Have they of what just happened recently? Are they deploying the security, people to the front in order to tackle what we're having right now? If there's any of those two questions, what are they doing, to show that the Christians are not being persecuted? Do they have any data to disprove the international community or the NGO that make it like it was 60 or maybe disproportionately the Christians are being targeted? In my own opinion, that's what I believe. But what do you say about that?
Well, I didn't get everything that you said, but I'm in Nigeria, and I'm a journalist in Nigeria for the past 30 years. So I can accuse government of one, negligence, action. There's not that really political will to stop what is happening in Nigeria. There's no political political will on the part of government stop what is happening in Nigeria. Everybody in Nigeria are not treated the same. Crime in Nigeria is a matter of the party you belong to and the part of the country that you come from. That's what determines whether what you did can be a crime or not. The part of the country that you are from and the political party that which is not good. There was a case in Taraba where a farmer was in his farm and a header come there with his cows, and there was a fight. The farmer, the owner of the land, happened to kill the header, and this farmer in self-defense, and this farmer was condemned to death by court. So was in his farm, and a header come there to eat up the crops in his back, super to death, which the header can kill, but the farmer cannot kill. A lot of injustice in the country.
So my last question is about.
Go ahead, please, Mr. Mo.
Okay. My last question was, from the last development, what has happened with the Trump and everything? What is Nigerian government doing? Are they deploying the military to go to the north or wherever where this thing is happening? Are they doing anything in reference to it, or are they just talking? What have you been able to Did you hear me?
Mr. Anasike, did you hear him?
No, I didn't get all the question.
Okay, he did ask that since Trump's statement, what do you think Nigerian government is doing to at least calm nerves? Are they deploying troops, or what are they really doing to ensure that at least the insecurity is under control?
Well, for me, as at now, today is Saturday, nothing really had been done. But in the last 1 week, Tinubu has called for emergency security meeting where they sat and discussed. So he had a meeting with his service chiefs and gave them marching order, which he has given more than 4 times since he came into office, but nothing concrete has really been done. And as I'll keep on saying, the first seriousness that the government should show is to ban the headers from carrying sophisticated weapons. The first step that the government should take must be to ban the headers from carrying sophisticated weapons, because it is this weapon that they are using to invade the forest and the farms, which had made the Nigerians to stop going to the farm. Because in Nigeria today, going to the farm is suicidal. So that should be the beginning for the government to ban this header from carrying AK-47 and other dangerous weapons.
Mr. Mob, does that answer your question? Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, let's see if we've got someone else at the backyard. T.Y. Danjuma, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Precious. Good evening, Dr. Anasike.
Welcome.
Thank you so
much.
Your
party, APGA is winning, Abi.
That's not my party. You know, I'm not a fan of Mwambafo, but
now what's make you call on your party now? Because now Mwamba for your brother be that. I don't know however you came about that name anyway, but go ahead.
we hear a lot of rigging and some untoward practices there,
And
going
this
on.
is what we're still going to see in 2027. And we're never serious for election for this country.
Well,
I beg.
the French philosopher said the more things change, the more they remain the same. So, well, maybe this is the first dose of Amokuton that we are seeing. We'll see what happens.
Hmm.
But that's Nigeria for you.
Yeah.
I just, I am sad that in spite of the, um, I don't want to call it threat now, in spite of the statement by Trump, giving Nigeria some time to do something. Otherwise, they will take it upon themselves to come and, attack the insurgents wherever they are. Um, that I was thinking should have jolted the the federal government to action in taking very decisive steps. Like one of the things that Dr. Nosiki has said, I'm surprised that the federal government, I mean, the president has not spoken to the nation, addressing the nation, calming people down and, asking them, like some of the pronouncements that, toxic pronouncements that we're hearing from like Gumi and some other people, which is, further, heightening tension and poisoning people's minds and so on. And there's a video by a lady that is trying to draw this thing between the north and the south, indicating that the people who are causing these things are people on the other side. He didn't mention names, but from what she's saying in the video, you will see that it's pointing at some people somewhere, in the south as being those who are causing the problem. But I think it's clear that people are being killed. I think it's clear that we have not taken action as a government, as the people, as we should do. That our northern leaders, have not stood up to this stress, because they know the culprits. Some of them are fraternizing with them. They haven't done anything, to show that they value human life, because these are human beings that are being killed. And all these excuses about genocide or no genocide, Christian or no Christian, or this one being killed and so on. I just find it very initiating that that should be what we'll be saying at this time, when we see every day people are being killed, helpless people, human beings killed. They're so helpless. And then we're pretending as if everything is from top to bottom, as if everything is okay. So I shudder to think that we really want this country to remain one. Because the things that are happening now, for me, it suggests that perhaps we should just begin to look at, if we can stay together, let everybody just go his own way. You know, that's what I think. So, and you have somebody coming in to say, listen, this thing has gone on for a long time, 15 years plus, over half, 1.5 decades. This thing has gone for a long time. If you people can't deal with this situation, I'm here. We're going to deal with it, because we have given you aids, we have trained you, we have given you money. We're interested, because if anything happens to Nigeria, it doesn't only affect you, it affects the sub-region, it affects Africa, it even affects the world. So when people begin to say that, why is America doing this? Why, what concerns them, and so on and so forth. This is the same America you went to help you in 2014. So what changed? What changed? That now they have now become an enemy. Oh, it's geopolitics and so on and so forth. And we have kinds of nonsense that is being said. But does that vitiate the fact that there's a need for urgent action, that people are dying, that we must do something? And that at this point, if we just sit down and be looking, then nobody's safe. Everybody's going to be killed. It's a lose-lose for everybody. So my question to Dr. Anosike, thank God you've written to I don't think our leaders have read your book, but the way things are now, how do you feel looking at the pulse of Nigeria, because you are there in Nigeria, feeling the pulse of Nigerians? What are they generally thinking of, with the so-called threat, I put it in quote, that Trump has put out there. If Nigerian leaders fail to take concrete action to deal with this situation.
Well, what they've done is to ethnicize it. What they have really done is to ethnicize it. Instead of Nigerians coming together to find a way out, they're now turning it into Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. Understand that some section of the country are happy that Donald Trump is coming. Understand? Yeah, there was a riot. There was protest in Kanu yesterday. Protesting. Donald Trump did not say that he's coming to attack Nigerians. That he's coming to stop these bad guys. That is what he said. But if Nigerians fail to stop them, that he will come to stop them. So they are not doing anything. All they are doing, even the Speaker of the House of Representatives from Kanu said that Donald Trump should apologize to Nigeria for making that statement. Understand? Sheikh Gumi.
That's not the Speaker of the House of Rep. It was Deputy Senate President Barawa.
Deputy Senate President
Barawa said that. Yes. No, Barawa was the one who said that.
Barawa.
Yes.
Yes, that Donald Trump should apologize to Nigerians for making that statement.
Exactly.
Somebody understand? Somebody who has promised to come and assist you for what you cannot do in the past. Boko Haram became violent from 2009 when head founder Muhammad Yusuf was killed. From that time up to today, we are still battling Boko Haram. And somebody offered help. Instead of appreciating, you are now turning to Igbos are happy that Donald Trump is coming and so on and so forth. So for me, nothing serious is going on in Nigeria about that. That's about this.
So don't you think that at this stage, there should be maybe the national security advisor or the president, should warn against people making provocative statements that will inflame or poison heighten the tension that already exists, so that we don't eventually have a blown out situation where Nigerians begin to fight against themselves.
But the presidential media aides are also involved in these provocative statements. Understand? They are also, because sometime this week, Onanoga, there are attempts in New York in America to stop Tinubu from winning 2027, but that Tinubu is ahead of those people. That was what Bayo Onanoga said. That's what Donald Trump said is is to stop Tinubu from winning 2027. So they are now taking this thing everywhere. There's one even somebody who called himself professor of international relations, who said that Donald Trump is angry with Tinubu because Tinubu funded the Kamala Harris election.
And that's a lie, because
so
it's not a fact.
I'm telling you, that's what somebody who called himself professor of law.
Yes, University of APGA.
Professor.
Yes.
Yes.
They
are not facing a...
He even said that he can swear with the Quran.
Yes. So they are not facing the fact at all. What they are doing is just to ethnicize it.
It's a shame. Okay, let me just leave there. I just feel sorry for Nigeria, because if we don't, what they say is that the fly that doesn't listen to advice follows the corpse to the grave. And I think that's maybe probably the line we're pursuing now. And I just pray that the president will just do the right thing and make sure that this thing doesn't fester. And then it looks like they are retaliating now. Some people are getting desperate. It's like they're saying, okay, come and call Donald Trump to come and rescue you. And they begin to kill people and begin to get more desperate, from what we see and what we hear. That's unfortunate.
All right. See, why Danjuma, have you gotten a copy of Abuse of Power?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I hope you're planning to.
Yes, I eventually, yes.
Like Suya, I will disturb you.
This your suya, is there another one? Have you eaten the suya yourself?
I say like Suya will disturb you for the book. Okay.
No problem. No, it's knowledge, I read books. Yeah, so I'm going to read it.
I think it should just be in your family archives, not just you. Your kids should also see it. Your children should also read it. So
yes,
for me, it's in my family library. Make these children they get to know where they're from. Come, maybe they read, waiting they happen for their country.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. And good night, Precious. Good night, Doctor. Doctor. Thank you. Yeah, Anosike.
Thank you, sir. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So, Dr. Anosike, let's let you wrap up, with all that is happening in Nigeria, especially based on abuse of power. Make a let you wrap up.
Well, for those who have not read the book Abuse of Power,
I posted the link. Let me quickly let them know that this is the link to get the book in Amazon. I've posted the link. And there's also a number to get a hard copy of the book if should they want. In fact, the person who bought it from UK got a hard copy. He got the hard copy. So the number is there, 0701 214-6454. That's the number to call if you want the hard copy. 0701 214-6454. That's the number to call for the hard copy. You follow the link, the Amazon link, and then you can get it on Amazon. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. For those who have not read the book, he captured the struggle for democracy in Nigeria from 1984 when Buhari was announced the hate after the 1983, after the December 31st coup, which was announced by Joshua Dogonyaro. The next day, which removed the government of Shehu Shagari and the next Kweme. Then he captured the days of democracy, that's the struggle for democracy from 1984, January 1 till 1999. When we have this democracy, which has been on for about 25 years now, even though it is being abused left and center. And the person that wrote the board is Ibuchukwu Ezike, who is currently the executive director of Civil Liberties Organization. Ibuchukwu Ezike was the person that Abacha arrested with Olusegun Obasanjo, and it was the day that they were to be shot that Abacha died in the night. So that's why Obasanjo is still alive and Ibuchukwu is still alive. So Ibuchukwu was a part of the struggle, and he wrote all that happened from 1984 to 1999. So you who is from Nigeria, you need to know how this democracy came into being, and your children also supposed to know it. So then I also captured what has been happening from 1999 till date. To be sincere, what we are having in Nigeria is an autocracy and not a democracy, because the National Assembly have been compromised the judiciary had been compromised. So there's no checks and balances in Nigeria. Only the executive is functioning, and that is not a democracy. Again, the book offered a way out of this, which is a
Okay.
democratic rebellion of the people.
How? Through a protest, through a revolution?
I said democratic.
Yeah, revolution can be democratic. Is it undemocratic? A protest can be democratic.
So democratic rebellion.
Oh dear, network. Oh, it be like saying network.
No?
Okay, go ahead, sir. We have you now. Go
Yes.
ahead, sir.
So the book also offered a way out of all this. Understand?
Okay, sir. Now you know one question I will ask you. What one of our guests, I think a guest on this show last week, had said that he said that the 1993 coup that brought Buhari to power was, to fulfill an agenda, which is not to allow an Igbo man, Ekwueme, take over power. And it's still in line with the whole Islamization agenda, if that is ever true. What's your take on it? I'm coming. Let me see if this is a call. I thought that was a caller on the line. I wanted to quickly pick that call. I'd like to take your reaction to that, sir. Did your book
Are
capture
you
that?
mean you mean the 1983 coup?
1983 coup, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Yes, even Babangida confessed to it that it was to stop
Ekwueme. Wow.
from succeeding Shagari. Even Babangida confessed to it that the 1983 coup was to stop Ekwueme from succeeding Buhari, because they have already won their second term and was in the third month of the second term before that coup came. So Babangida confessed that it was to stop Shagari from handing over to
Ekwueme.
Ekwueme.
Wow.
And the same thing happened in 1999 too, because Ekwueme was in leader of the G34, which formed the PDP. Understand?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, G34, Adamu Chiroma and Ekwueme. That's PDP was formed by.
Your network, the breakup, sir. We needed to hear you. Hello, sir. Are you there? Hello, sir. All right, let me take this call. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please.
Precious, please let me ask for a little bit of time today, because I wrote down a few things.
Oh,
it's just that
Laura,
I'm unable to come into this host. Yes. I'm unable to.
You should have joined the studio. Join studio, and you can join anonymously, right? You may even just turn off your camera if you don't want to use your camera.
Logs in with my full name. And you know me, I do no holds, but so
no, but you can change your name. You can change your name when you're logging in. You can change your name when you're logging in. Yes. You can change when you're logging into the system, not your system generally, on the line that is on the link with the link. You can change the name you're using to log in. You understand?
Really?
Yes, you can change the name.
Okay.
In fact, I can even change it from my end for you. I can change names of guests.
I'll sit down. I want to talk because fella will say I want to talk.
Oh yeah, will you be my guest on Monday? Will you be my guest on Monday?
I do.
Be my guest on Monday.
I have an exam. When I finish my exam, we'll come. I want to come on the studio when US has started attacking. If they attack, that's when I want to come.
Okay.
Because nothing. Papa Deboye, please just allow me a little bit more time.
Okay, let me be sure that Dr. Nosike is back and he can hear you. Dr. Nosike, are you back?
I'm back.
Okay, so please just be on the line. Let's allow Auntie Laura, Madam Laura, finish her question and then so before I let you wrap up. Go ahead, please, Laura.
So let me just touch on a few things. I'll try and wrap up in 5 minutes. So
it's okay.
4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
So there are a few things.
Hmm.
There are some radio stations that they've marked my number. They don't even take my number again this week. I had to write to them to say what can I do now.
I feel like I should call their names, but don't worry, because I know the stations that can do this. Hey, don't worry. Now my work, what they do those days. Now the industry, why they? I know stations where if you do that thing because they go, you go put them not be their fault, so you go put them for trouble.
I
not be saying their fault.
I totally understand.
Now what's it make me leave mainstream media be that because I don't tire?
Yes, it's like they stuck my name somewhere. Don't take this.
Go ahead.
Because I remember there was one morning, the very first NBAC governor protest, I called and I was screaming, Nigerians come out and protest. Ogbeni Tinubu, you will smell it. You say you are the leader of protest. We baptize you with protest. You know, so it's like somebody has called them to say that number must never be picked. We know that there's oppression about people on the ground, so people cannot really say what they want to say as such. So it's the responsibility of those of us abroad who have some level of security to be able to come and say responsibly, not propaganda, but responsibly call out the government. And Dele Farrow to me says that those of you in the diaspora, do your best to call out, because if we do it here, we'll get arrested and all that.
I know, Abby. Okay.
We know, so we have to do it. It's a collective effort. We have to do it together. Now, there are just a few lots of dogma online, why we shouldn't do that, why we shouldn't do this. People, for about the first week where the US said this, or the first 1 or 2 days, and people were flying with all their propaganda, thank God that, in short, I feel like I don't even have to say anything. Nigerians have done, without me even going on Twitter, I've seen from listening online, I was listening on Dr. Damity's show while I was doing my chores. Nigerians have done sufficient pushback to say, you are calling Libya, you are calling Sudan, Somalia, you're calling people and saying, oh, they destroyed these countries. No. In Africa, there is a particular a campaign that the US have done for years to push back terrorism in what they call the Horn of Africa. So some countries that make up Southeast Africa, including Djibouti, Somalia. There are several lots of countries.
Oh, by the way, the president of Djibouti, should they go back again for the 6th tenure? Sorry, just go ahead. That's by the way. Just go ahead.
So there are a couple of sorry, Precious. I think I picked the wrong note. I've made some notes. Just bear with me 1 minute. Let me pick that note again. Let me make sure that I picked my wrong note. Let me just make sure that I keep the right note. Because
now. Say people thought say I did your party. They say I the patronize APC now. You are the patronize. Oh yeah now.
So a lot of Nigerians have now been calling into different shows, and they've pushed back on that narrative that US is coming to this, because every country they've gone into, they've destabilized. They are in Germany, they are in Japan, they were in the Horn of Africa for years. They are in the Middle East, defending Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait against the brand of terrorist violence or the brand of Islam that Iran preaches, because Iran funds people like Hamas. They funded terror in places like Yemen, So the US has bases in places like Qatar and Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia, and they've been there for years. Why did they not destroy those countries? Why did they not destroy those economies? Look at the countries that you say they destroyed. They are in Germany, they have a military base. I know a friend, he just lived a few minutes from here. The husband served in the British Embassy, the Joint UN Force in Germany. They have bases in Qatar, all over the Middle East. Why has he not destroyed those places? Okay, come to Libya, come to those countries that you say they've destroyed. If you check, there is complicity of the corrupt leadership. There's something that Professor Chidi Odinkalu says. He said the one time you invited him to your show and you were talking to him about some of the theories from David Hunde, and he said, spare me all that nonsense. And this is somebody who was working international. Are we saying foreign powers will not be complicit? One way or the other, they might and they will be complicit. Because do you expect people to actually come into your country, do all this defense work free because they are Baba Salah and go, and you will not pay in one way or the other? Is it normal? let's put that on to one side. So I am so glad that Nigerians have sufficiently defeated the APC narrative that, oh, once US comes to any country, they destroy. It is the warlords on ground already, the complicit politicians in those countries who, fighting for mineral resources and all that, collude and destroy their own countries from within. Because there's one thing they say in my place. They say they cannot sell you out. They say they cannot buy you outside except somebody inside the house.
Now you make the rats wait they inside house. Now they tell you one way they for bush, see fish this somewhere.
So we should not say it is. We try to make very simplistic arguments. Oh, everywhere they've gone, they scatter this. Is that an absolute statement? No. You will see that in 60% of places they've gone to, they've succeeded. They've been protecting these Middle Eastern countries for decades. And there is a quid pro quo there. It's not free. It's always Africans who want something that is always free. The quid pro quo is we will buy your weapons. We will train our military. There's billions. See, even the UK, to renew trident, the UK's nuclear in Scotland, it costs billions. Billions, I think every 7 years or so. They will continue to be an ally of the world's most powerful nation. Let's pack that.
But why your UK never even talk for this whole matter? How come UK, your colleague, people will colonize you?
He said, I'm sure you've seen the viral video.
Of course, yes. Yes.
He said nobody is coming to save you. What I think Tinubu is doing behind the door is to hire people like Tony Blair, because he's a good friend of Tony Blair, to see and if those who will pass behind the doors to do lobbying for him. So what they say they are doing, that they tell you they are keeping quiet, they are paying lobbyists. APC is very good with it. When they stole the election, they sent lobbyists to Washington. That's what they are doing. But unfortunately, I think what is happening this time is because Trump's numbers are shaking. You see the New York mayor win, New Jersey a Democrat win.
Yeah, and it's an indictment to Trump that a Muslim is even winning New York at his own time.
Yes, these people won. There's a swing to Democrat. Not really so much. New Jersey swings between the Democrat. I think the Republican. Yeah, it's not just the other mayoral races. There was the something in Prop 50 in California. So there are bits and pieces here and there. But even before this election, the shutdown of the government, where federal workers haven't been paid, is impacting on Trump's rating. The farmers who voted Trump, who have not been able to sell their soybeans to China. So the trade war, there are bits and pieces that are shaking in the MAGA movement. And this thing, I was even watching on a left-wing leaning channel, and I saw that someone was saying, oh, Trump's rating was shaking. This was on a left-wing leaning channel. Trump's MAGA are beginning to get worried. Epstein files, this. And then this Mamdani win. So what does he do? They say he puts on Fox, he sees a big headline there, a genocide, and immediately Bill Maher goes on one of the primetime channels and says, oh, Christian genocide.
And nobody's talking about it. Yeah.
And the whole thing flows. Go and look at Jude Bella's channel, because he did it. How did we get here? He's done a documentary to tailor timeline by timeline, how the whole thing blew up. And Trump just looked at that. The MAGA base have already circled around this topic. Let me latch on to this topic. And that was the end of the story. So if you see, what I perceive is,
and you cannot tell Trump that he does not love Nigerian Christians now. You know that somehow he will say he loves Nigerian Christians.
My dear, Trump does what is good for Trump. And people like Trump, ratings matter. For the American president, ratings matter. But let us even put that aside. So number one, we know that this is part of certifying MAGA base. Number two, all that notion that America is coming because of anywhere they come to, they destroy. People have destroyed that. In 60% of nations that they have, they've succeeded well. Everybody will not have 100%. America not an exception. That's two. The third thing, that they're coming to steal our minerals. Ask me, is China not currently stealing the minerals with helicopters, picking Californium, picking gold up in Zamfara? Are they not already benefiting from it? And thank God that Papa Adeboye has, you see all those people in the Southwest who are in Tinubu's data boys. Thank God that Papa Adeboye has sufficiently dismantled that notion that anybody has that China, the UK, Russia is coming to
Nobody will save
Russia
you.
is tied down in the Ukraine war.
No, but I'm sorry. I have a problem with what Pastor Deboye said. He said, when
What
he
did he
said
say?
about, yes, that nobody is coming to save us, as though Trump was going to invade Nigeria or kill Nigerians. No, I think he misinterpreted Trump's statement. He didn't state it. He didn't emphasize that Trump said he's coming to kill the terrorists.
Let's not even go into the politics. It's a deliberate language. See,
but that's not fair. Because I mean, if I may be Trump, I feel sworn for anything.
See, I was watching a foreign channel. Many of these things I'm now beginning to watch it from the foreign perspective. A lot of I'm left leaning in my politics. I am right leaning in my religious beliefs. So I'm what they call a social conservative, but a social democrat. So I lean left in my politics. I believe in public healthcare. I believe in public service. I don't believe in small government. But in my religious affinity, all these gender politics, I don't agree with it. So I'm right leaning in my I'm a social conservative. I'm right leaning. So I lean to the Republican side when it comes to things like social conservatism, gender wars, and all that stuff. But I lean left in economy. But let's put that aside. So if I lived in America, I would be a liberal. I'll be an independent rather, because I will not tag to any of the parties. So, but what I am saying here is dismantling those narratives that whatever the US is coming to do, you say they're coming to take wealth. How does the wealth currently benefit any Nigerian today? Okay, they are saying that Tinubu is spending 250 billion allegedly, according to Sahara Report,
for one governor, to bribe one governor, according to them. Say,
so these are the savings. These are the savings from removing what's it called? This thing on petrol, subsidy on petrol. You are using it to bribe governors. Tinubu's government, I have a strong dislike. If though that we're not allowed to hate human beings, the word I will use for him is that I have a strong.
But what did he do for you? That's not fair, Laura. What did he do to you?
Fair. Hold on. Sorry, Precious. Because of time, let me get to where I want to get to. Now, because Tinubu came into government on the back of propaganda, lies. APC has been in office for 2 years, is it 7 months, and all they've done is tell lies, propaganda. Now that reality has dawned on them, they are still in propaganda mode. I was listening to Dr. Damages, and I heard that, is it the Deputy Senate President, said that America should apologize. Precious, did you see the video of the Katsina House of Assembly person or your local government chairman who took pictures recently, yesterday or day before yesterday, with bandits in Katsina, in Funtua? I did 2 weeks of my orientation, NYC orientation in Funtua. I did 10 months of my law school in Kano. So yes, I've spent roughly a year in the north, living in the north as a student. I can tell you I did not feel safe. Why does a secular state allow what should be a customary law? Sharia should be a customary law, bounding things like marriage. Why is it being used as the main law? Because it is political Sharia. It is not the normal. There are parts of the UK where people practice Sharia, but it is purely for divorce, family matters, and it is by choice. You go and submit yourself to that imam to say, I want to do a divorce by Sharia. You cannot govern any political aspect that is already covered by political laws and all that with Sharia. They put it there as a deliberate. I, for one, I do not agree with any notion that if America wants to come and take the resources, they should take it as long as they will give up peace, because the government is currently stealing, destroying, sharing these resources, and still cannot give us any distance. All the people who are saying these people should not come, let me ask you, so if they don't come, then what? In technology, you solve a problem, then you ask, so what? Therefore, why? If America does not come to dismantle Boko Haram and the sponsors, like Pastor Adeboye said, eliminate them and their sponsors, do you think anything will change? I watched a video, somebody in a camp, an IDP camp, said they have been there since 2014, 10 plus years. Some people 16 years. And let me wrap up with this, Precious. Do you know why Nigerians are shouting? I went to listen to Jimmy Duce's column. I wanted to listen. And I wanted to hear what he will say. I was disappointed, and I wrote it there in the comment section in Jimmy Duce. Jimmy Duce has been criticizing Tinubu. All of a sudden, he's now falling into line. Tinubu must do this. Oh, Tinubu should do this. Oh, Tinubu should do that. There is a strong ethnocentric lining up of people from the Southwest by a few voices behind Tinubu. I don't know if Arnold, I saw something on one of the channels. They were saying Arnold put something whether Tinubu's government should go. You see, APC is still in the propaganda mode, deflecting. Did Trump say he's coming to attack the country? No, but they change the narrative because they have people who craft their narratives for them. Remember when Tinubu went to bring Axelrod to support Buhari to come into power. I have said it before that there's a war of narrative. These people have hired qualified narrative changers to change the narrative. And I gave the example of when Peter Obi critiqued them, when that's their APC national speaker, the person who speaks for the national spokesman that is also from the Southeast or Delta Igbo. When he came, he didn't focus on the fact that Peter Obi says, oh, Tinubu's 2 years in office has been a failure. He focused on the fact that why is Peter Obi saying they want to kill him? They change narratives because that is their default mode. Even when Trump is saying, I am coming to eliminate terrorists, what are they doing? They are changing the narrative to say he's coming to kill Nigerians. He's coming to attack Nigeria. He's coming to bomb Nigeria. Suddenly, all the key people in the north are on TV speaking. You turn on this station, Anglo Abdullahi. You turn on this station, this. You turn on that station, that. All the Arewa people, they are speaking on. Sheikh has become the speaker for the whole of the north. Then on Dr. Damage's channel this evening, I saw the young woman who was insinuating they came to the north. We all were living. The Nupe, the Canaries, we were living well. Then these people came. We gave them houses. We gave them shops. Shops meaning the Igbos, right? Because why? They want to turn it into an ethnocentric thing. Tinubu himself said it, 2014, that this is a genocide in Christians. Buhari gave an award and he tweeted that the imam said
protected yes, Christians from attack.
So Khalifa Yode tweeted and called it Christian genocide. They went to the US.
Lai Muhammad said the same thing.
They went to lobby Kerry, whatever that it was, their own version of the NSC then, to say that. So it is irrelevant whether there's genocide, whether there's no genocide. The number of deaths are too many. As a result, America must come. And let me end with this again. Tinubu has zero interest in governance. Nothing. Tinubu is not interested in governance. All Tinubu is interested in is winning 2027, and therefore the people behind him. People like Dele Alake who are saying things like, oh, it is the Igbos. It will not fly. It will not work. Senator Ted Cruz will push this bill through. And what some people don't know, there is geopolitics here. There is midterm elections. I don't know if Ted Cruz is running for midterm election. I will go and check it. I think he's running for midterm election. Do you know the number of Igbo people that are in the South, that are in Texas, voting? I'm going to check if Ted Cruz is running for this midterm elections, because the country, because of all this federal shutdown, is already tilted in one direction. And Ted Cruz is all about, how do I come back to Senate? How do I make sure that if there's going to be a swing to Democrats, how do I make sure that I save my head? I'm going to check if he's in the midterm election. But America needs to come on. Targeted strikes. Take out these people. Many of the Fulanis that have come from outside of Nigeria, they say many of them are wearing earrings. Their facial features are not those of the average Nigerian Fulani. Take out, eliminate the targeted strike. Bring your warships, your rocket launcher. Bring it to the is it the Guinea-Bissau, whatever peninsula or something. Put it there. Strike. Precious, is about a week since Trump made his action. Have you seen anything serious?
No.
Have you seen the government come out to make decisive statements, arrest people? How come the government has not arrested anybody? But on Friday or Thursday, we saw Linda Keji's blog that the local government chairman for Futua local government in Katsina is lying down by the roadside or somewhere in an abandoned building with AK-47 wielding terrorists. But somehow the government has not arrested anybody. Instead, Nigerian government is still playing propaganda, bringing images from 9 months ago. Do you see these people as serious? No, they are so much set in that propaganda.
But you know that in reality there are more attacks, even intensified attacks on Christians.
Oh yes, because I'm
other
trying to do
communities.
as many damage as possible before the US come. If I were the US, before I take out, see, you cut off the head of a dragon before you deal with the dragon. If I were the US, I would take out their sponsors. There is some I deliberately did not follow the Israel and Hamas war. I deliberately did not follow it because I don't want anything to disturb my mental health. But towards the end of it, before the ceasefire, there's one thing that I paid attention to. When Trump began to say, oh, they were going to attack Iran, oh, they were going to, those their bombs that they put at the bottom, several feet below the ground. I deliberately watched at that time. And then I also remember that I watched when Israel would take out a Hamas leader, right? The next day, Hamas will announce a new leader. The person will be based in Tehran. Boom! Israel will announce, we've killed him. They will announce another, there was a space of 2 weeks. Back to back to back to back to back. They were announcing leaders for almost 2 weeks. As they announced, bam! Targeted, clean, wipeouts. I don't see. I believe in the right of any nation to defend themselves. Since our government are playing politics with our lives, and America is coming, they say America is coming to steal our resources. America, come and take. Come and take. If people will have life at the end of the day, come and take it. For me, clean, targeted. Nobody is too big enough. If you like, be the leader of all Muslims in Nigeria. If you are complicit, out. Precious, I round up with a few words in 1 minute. See, people say, why is the US coming to do this? What is the need for them? When 9/11 happened, and America said they are never again, the way Israel said never again, America's foreign policy changed. One of it was, we are going to go after terrorists when they are in their own land. We don't want to fight the war of terror on our soil. The collateral damage is too much. So anywhere America sees terrorist organizations forming, building, sustained, especially where it has government backing, they will observe, they will be collecting intelligence. They will observe, they will be collecting. At the point where they feel it's becoming a threat, that these people will from one day access their soil or access an American military base in a foreign soil, they will begin to map out how to take that. So you see, when they went after ISIS, and they took out and decimated ISIS in part of the unoccupied, between Iraq and Iran and all of those unoccupied spaces. It was because they thought it was necessary to decimate these people there and then. Because if you allow them, they will become the Osama bin Laden that will eventually come into your country. That is one. We are not the first. The US has been dealing what they call Operation something. There's a campaign, there's a name for it. They call it something Horn of Africa. All around that southeast for several years, the US kept decimating leaders of terror groups, Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda groups, cells. They had a long sustained campaign. Most of those people moved down to West Africa, moved down to the Sahel. They went after them again in Libya. Now, many of them have come to Nigeria. They don't have a base in Agadez again, right? So I was listening to a program on radio. More than 95% of the callers, Precious, said they welcome America. And Precious, let me round up. You see, when you are a leader, a president who rules for the elite rather than for the people, the day an enemy will come, your people will join the enemy to take up arms against you. Tinubu has been leading purely for the elites since he came into office. As soon as Buhari dies, he gives a position to Babangida's son. Tinubu has no interest in governance. As a leader, he is described like Solomon's son. Increase taxes, extract, deliver zero value for people. Zero. Therefore, I think the US has been putting pressure on him so that he will act. Yet it is 1 week we can't see any serious action from him. I personally welcome the US, but please, I beg the US, we don't want them. I've been listening to the Democrats, they're already talking trash. Thank God Thank God that the Republicans have the numbers to push this thing through Congress. I pray that Congress will get back together, put this bill on the table, vote for it. I encourage all Nigerians in the US, call your senator. You see, when Peter Obi lost that election, I called a group of obedience because I don't like talk. I like plan and action. I said, let us lobby. Arrange yourself. Everybody will say, no, I'm not interested. Let's stay on Twitter and be shouting to the point that Abure calls us paper tigers. No, I'm not interested. I canceled my Twitter account and I went to sit down my own. Thank God for the brave people, the Catholic Church, who organized for that Reverend Father to go to Senate and speak. Dear Nigerians, if you live in the US, call your senators, especially those of them who are due for the midterm elections, Republican senators. Tell them to vote in favor of Ted Cruz's bill. All the names must be released. Every governor that has passed Sharia in a secular nation needs to, if they have houses, all their assets must be seized. Weakest assets must be seized. Everybody backing this government doing nothing. I ask you, Precious, why is it that when Truth Nigeria told Tinubu's government, told the DSS, told the Nigerian army, 3 weeks to Yelwata attack, they are coming? Why did the Nigerian government not attack? Why did the Nigerian government not even set ambush? Because they collude. They collude. They are in partner. Tinubu doesn't care. As long as he gets the votes, he will not do anything because of 2027 election. It's the North to give him the vote because he didn't win the South. Don't win the South. So therefore, Nigerians, there is a role you can play. Call your senator, back the bill, put the names of those people out. You will be shocked, the people, the high and the mighty. Some leaders of caliphates, emirates in the north are part and parcel of this leadership. If you are in Texas, call Senator Tedu. There are such a high number of Nigerians in Texas. Thankfully, they are mostly Southeasterners. Call your senator. Tell them to, because I'm already here. I listen more to American stations. They are already saying one Democrat, something Jackson of Illinois, talking, waiting, Sabi. Call your senators to vote in favor of the bill. And let us pass this bill. Once that bill is passed, this issue's assets will be frozen.
That is the bill against Miyetti Allah and the rest sponsors and sympathizers.
It is Miyetti Allah, sponsors of genocide,
terrorism.
And every governor, the 16 governors or 12 governors that have implemented Sharia, past and present, all of them should have visa bans. All assets should be seized. And you know that if they decide to strike, it will be both the sponsors and the main implementers of Illinois. Dear Nigerians, call your senators. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Where Dr. Anosike will network don't disappear more. But let me take the flagship. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Precious. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
I see.
Yeah, I know say you won't shoot. You make a little fire down.
Well, no, but I see
you like say Laura, your sister. You know, say at the same village you're from. Be like say Laura, don't trick you somewhere where the thing touch you where.
I listened to what she talked. She spoke very well.
Thank you.
She did very well.
Ahead,
I really applaud her. Yeah. You know, Precious, so make you remind me. Well, when the NSA, when we get for Nigeria, I think I still did a Ribadu.
Yes, now Nuhu Ribadu, former EFCC, almost EFCC chairman. You want me to give you more?
No. Look, stop there. Get one question I want to ask.
Okay, sir.
He never to Tesha. Not be you come here, they cried like Babiala for grand say, make America come help. Is that not so? Or that made a misquote? Did he not come to the US and was begging for assistance? They you not see that the video there?
I wasn't making they say now.
He there online. Go look at there. So now Trump don't oblige them the request. Why did they scream?
In a way that is not suitable to them? No.
Why did they scream? Right? Not long ago, when Buhari was in office, the UAE, the wind blow from UAE come Nigeria with 400 names or thereabout. You know, and as they talk for home these days, they say when breeze blow, you go see foul backside. When that breeze blow, we come find out say the foul, he wear pants, so we couldn't see the backside with those 400 names. Now, this wind, when it don't blow, come again, so, and I go use Pastor Adeboye, I guess it's prophecy. He even mentioned it in his speech yesterday, that this wind, when it blow this time, it will be more dangerous than the one that blew last year. So this wind with Trump that is coming, now hurricane force wind, category 5. If the fowl like me, they wear drawers for back to hide themselves or not, it will blow everybody come off the ground. And for Senator Ted Cruz, you know, to him, I've said to him, thank you very much for everything you have said and all that you are doing. You see those names when you say get, I won't make you release them. Ted Cruz says he has names of the sponsors of these terrorists when they cause this havoc for our country. And he plans to release them. So I had to wait for him, make he release them. I applaud him. Make it not do like UAE do when he hand them over to Buhari and that thing died quietly. Make he openly release them, make we know who these people be. You know, when the UAE gave us those names that time, those people will not know who they be. Right now, make all Nigerians take barrel and paper, begin to write down anybody when you see when they oppose this thing when Trump they talk. So now the sponsors be that on your own. And I'm sure you will exhaust the 400 names. Look at the people that are running helter-skelter opposing this thing. Now, all those when they benefit from this catastrophe, when they eat up our country and they fill our land, our soil with the blood of Nigerians, innocent Nigerians for that. They are the ones benefiting from it. And at them night they cry, say, make Trump not do what he won't do. I go talk a little bit about what Pastor Adeboye talked yesterday. You know, I want to believe that they misinformed him or misinterpreted what Trump had said to him. In his own words, though, he said what Trump said he was coming to do. But they miscategorize or they misrepresent his statement when he used the word, if America comes to attack us.
Because I was wondering, that's the same question I tried to ask our sister Laura, because I'm like, I don't know. It can't be like
America never said
only him don't use that
Nigeria.
word. No. You know, say now the narrative where everybody most
now the stooges when they there now we want propaganda, those kind of narratives to just make
because I think it's a pure misrepresentation of what Trump said. And
absolutely,
Trump can sue you for misinterpretation of his words or whatever it is.
Well, the fact of this, it don't matter, right? It really doesn't matter whether they misinterpret him or not. Whoever take Trump joke, they make mistake. What we know about him is everything he promised here when he was running for office, would they check all the boxes? He did do them. So if the man says
the ones who are not like he did
do them, and including the ones who not like.
No, what shocked me personally, the revoking of citizenship by birth.
I'm telling you,
that has been up there in US history. And I never thought there would be a president in the United States that want to stop that instantly. And he made sure he pursued it.
Many of his moves are not palatable to everybody. There are some that are like grand things that have been on for decades, but he just wake up overnight and Supreme Court to give him clearance for almost everything when they ask for. Now, he's not going to come to bomb Nigeria. Now, specific target. And Nigerians, they fail to understand, say, warfare these days don't go beyond what it used to be when you will see boots on the ground. This is targeted attack.
You see, when we hear attack, say those of us from River State to get different work in houses. But you say they won't come in the faction of work in houses.
No. Hey, listen, let me tell you this. You know, when they talk about statistics and how Trump did get all this information, for those when they debate genocide, no genocide, Christian versus Muslim and all that, how are you sure? And all of this. We forget to know, say the US, all the data when they get, now secondary, now they use for Nigeria. The phone when they use to talk, now they make them. The internet when they use to transmit your information, now them get them. And all of these things, people think like, when they say WhatsApp call is encrypted, not everybody know what they go. No, it is not encrypted to them. They see it, they know it, they hear your phone calls, they know everything when you talk about. They have the statistics and data. So if they speak, say
even across all social media, perhaps reason why they resolute.
Let me
reason why they resolute to make sure they get TikTok.
because
Let me ask you this question. Why do you think they have not shut down the social media handles of all of these terrorist groups till today? Facebook, TikTok, and the rest of them. Why they never shut them down? In the midst of the gory pictures and videos when they see, in the midst of everything when they expose, including their own selves and their hideouts, because they're using it to collect data. They know where they're. This one when they talk, Trump not they speak, or rather America, not they come make open statements like this when they're never ready. They don't ready since 3 weeks ago. They just they tell you now, say we are coming. The Secretary of War was given an instruction by the president, and he said, I need it like right now. It not take 3 days. The man come up with a plan.
He respond. Hell.
With a concrete plan of what can be done, and he categorize them. But you see our people, you take the president go say, oh, I spoke, we are on it. I assure you, we are going to do this.
No, I'm sorry. Excuse me, sir.
My sister.
We'll set up a committee first.
Oh, yes. We'll set up a committee that will look into it. And the committee will come spend $360 billion.
Then later they can set up subcommittee to go through it in that committee.
And at the end of the day, there is no report that comes out from nowhere. You see the failure of government. And lastly, I know everybody don't talk about this, but there's this they are coming to take our resources. The resources doesn't belong to us. Do you remember Pa Wolowo, a comment he made decades ago? And for all those our good historians, when they like come screen, internet, they speak big language, they quote history of wherever they quote from. Have you ever thought to know why Pa Obafemi Awolowo made this statement that Nigeria is just a mere geographical expression? They should go back and find out what that man saw that made him make that statement. The resources that are in Nigeria technically doesn't really belong to Nigerians. They take them since, not be today, not be Trump they can't carry them, not be rare earth minerals. Now, Trump is not in a battle or fight with China over Nigeria's rare earth mineral. There are rare earth minerals in almost every country where America get base. Right? So if the man come today to say, I'm tired of seeing the bloodshed on the screens, TV, we the think CNN not they carry on, Fox News not they carry on, MSNBC and the rest of them not they carry on like they go carry London on when you say one man carry knife for train, stab 2 people, it don't turn breaking news for you. But you could hear over 200 people slaughtered in cold blood in the most gruesome way. But the mainstream media for here not they carry them. But they see it. They see them. And we won't be Nigerians. We are tired of hearing these reports. We're tired of news media from Nigeria. They give us accounts of dead bodies. They enter here too. It can be like nothing. You hear say 200 people die. They report it as nothing. And the very most saddening statement I hear most of our journalists and broadcasters they make on air is, oh, well, that's it. Next, we move on. Just like that. 200 people gone. 350. It's like life has no value in Nigeria. And it pains to the bone. It's just that we can't see it. But the soil, our land, is soaked with blood. Innocent blood of people who has no business in whatever geopolitics, natural resources, nonsense that we talk about every day. They just want to live their lives. The little kids, babies, women who are pregnant, cut open with babies in their womb. These pictures are gory. Are we not tired of seeing them? Forget about the fact whether they be Christians or Muslims. It sickens. Nigeria should be in the Guinness Book of Record right now as the country that has no war going on, but the scores of dead bodies, people dying on a daily basis, outweighs every other country that is in active war right now as we speak. And yet, we are debating Christian or no Christian, Donald Trump coming, natural resources. It means nothing. You tell me. I be from Niger Delta. What would be the benefit when I don't get from that natural resources? Take a trip to Saudi Arabia. Take a trip to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar. Go see these places when get natural resources, where America get bases on also. They don't explore these natural resources and devastate the place. But you are quick to quote Libya. You are quick to quote Syria and those other places. Go to Kuwait. Go take a look at these places and look at your own country that has more quality natural resources than they do. We can't even measure up. And with the talk, America now wants to come take Nigeria's rare earth mineral and lithium and all of that stuff. It makes no sense. As we speak, Nigeria has been invaded by these idiots who are coming in from the north into our country and killing people at will, pushing them into IDPs. Nigeria has been attacked on a daily basis. And that's why when I listened to Pastor Adeboye yesterday, I'm like, what is he talking about? We are under attack and we're not at war. So when you say Trump is coming to attack us, China, Russia, and the rest will not come to help us, you are misrepresenting the fact. You are telling Tinubu to go figure a way out to ask him for 100 days, of which you will tell your chief security officers that you have 90 days to act. If not, XYZ. My question to him is, quote and unquote, he didn't say it directly, but he made us to believe from his statement yesterday that he may have been the one that told Buhari that go give them 90 days. And that Buhari did it but did not follow through. So what happened after that? Did anybody see the effect of that 90 days? I mean, let him come out and simply tell us that, look, I'm trying to protect my interest, okay? I've got a big convention coming up in December. I don't want to make America enter here now, start to throw bombs or do things that would destabilize the place. So let's do 90 days.
So convention at the expense of, people.
That's what it is, Precious. I don't see anything else other than his big Congress that's coming up in December. January is there. And after that, they can do whatever they like. It doesn't make no sense at all. And when Jonathan was in office, he saw these things as cool that he joined them to go out on the street and walk. But now, Tinubu has become his beloved in-law that he doesn't think has anything to do with this, or is he incompetent to do the job? So you're asking for 100 days from Trump to go figure out a way to piece the guy, make it reduce time for now. If not, so if 90 days pass and they don't fix this thing, what happens? You are close to him. They tell us, say, those of us who know how to get the message to him. But you call him your in-law, your amiable in-law. You have access to the guy. Why have you not spoken to him?
Yeah, no, you tell us, but he sent us message. I said those of us close to should.
But who close to Tinubu person? Now they call him in-law.
Yeah.
You not hear the statement when he make?
He
call him my in-law only almost 3 or 4 times, and he even qualified the in-law part of it.
Yes.
In one instance, he called him my amiable in-law.
In-law, yes.
He all of a sudden, he don't agree now, say, Tinubu inherit the problem. It didn't start with him. But for Jonathan's time, he did not inherit it. Jonathan could not handle it. He was incompetent, in his words. So they had to walk, march. You see the bias in all of these things. I don't say that you're kinsman and all that, but speak the truth for God's sake. Let it not be about what you think you can get from it. Let it be about the people, most especially those that he represents. So for Nigerians, Trump is not coming to attack Nigeria. I will clarify that till tomorrow. Listen to him very good. Trump is coming for the same people when Adeboye, they tell Tinubu to go take care of in 90 days. That's what he's coming to do. And he's going to do it clean and quick and easy.
He's saying a swift and vicious, sweet and swift.
That's exactly.
Now the sweet way puts inside there off me pass.
Oh,
I said, what is so sweet about this matter now?
But you
know, that's so down now. Got to talk for that side.
Look, and don't be surprised, Precious. As we speak, they might be there already. Did you see the 3 categories of the planned action when they want to take? They go put an aircraft carrier, the most aggressive one. They go put an aircraft carrier for the Gulf of Guinea, from which they launch their fighter jets and go do their targeted bombings, come back and market close. The other one, they come there and use drones, of which they have mapped out the whole place. Like I told you, They know where
And they're not in fear to tell us all these plans. So
no, they're not in fear. No, it's left for you.
To stop to truncate the plans.
That's because they know where they are already. They know where these people are. They're not a debater.
But my fear now is that, just like Sheikh said, these people will not infiltrate the society and they will come inside the society. So when they come enter inside society now, Shebina, so they could bomb everybody like that.
You don't remember when Trump bombed that Iranian minister, their war minister, not inside motor, they drive for it. He was hiding amongst the people now. But they dropped a bomb right on the very vehicle he was driving. America know how to handle this thing. And like I said, they may be on the ground right now as we speak. They mixed up amongst you now. They don't provide intel.
Calm down. When you're saying this amongst you now, you make me feel somehow. I know I'm in Nigeria, but just
no, they're amongst you. They're the entire market. They buy tomatoes now, but they know where everybody they know who be who for there. And I get a friend when he did for Air Force. When he told me what they do in Iraq, man, it's stealth. This thing they call stealth. It's like with precision. Right, the technology they have right now has so much advanced that it's very precise. And Nigeria's case is easy for them. That's why they use the word swift, sweet, and very easy. They have
that's sweet. Now that's sweet off me for all the statements they make.
Well, you're not gonna talk like that if you don't know what you're
These
talking
are the
about.
country people,
So I think I agree with Pastor Adeboye in the beginning of his statement. It's a good advice for Tinubu to act quick, act smart, and figure a way out to diplomatically handle this thing, of which he knows what to do. They know what to do to stop this nonsense.
And I think it's also fair to also agree with Adeboye when he said that Tinubu should not just eliminate the terrorists, but also eliminate their sponsors. And I think that was a very remarkable statement.
100%.
Every other person they always fear to mention for Nigeria here. They fear to mention their sponsors, but I'm glad that he was able to say.
But they know them. You know, so you see Laura was talking about freezing of assets. Not only Mieti Ala guys, so all the governors, anybody whose name ran out of that search when they run. If you get, even if now one bicycle you get for this side, they go take them from your hand. They go freeze them. And American government is quick at doing this. That's why sometimes when I see our people, when they steal money, carry come America, come hide. It's the most foolish thing.
Well, you know that most of them don't use their names, so just like the ones we go using children.
They know them.
The children property.
I have seen one or two of these things. Back in the day.
Oh, but my children's property no equate to my property now. So
no, precious.
Seize my innocent children's property.
American government is not stupid. Which job you're picking they do when they buy that property? There you go.
Which job you're picking they do?
How take get that money? Take buy them.
My husband family buy them for, and it's
who be the husband? Where to be name?
My husband family buy them for our children.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Your husband family, where to be name? How much did they make? Where you get the money from? He pay taxes on them. You're not going to dodge Uncle Sam for this side. So all this one only they say my family member and I do my picking grandpapa and I buy them for them. Oh yeah, how many people picking grandpapa they buy for them? And even if your grandfather buys for you, that house still does not belong to you. It belongs to the government. The day when your papa go officially hand them over to you, say, my pikin, or see this house now for your grand pikin. American government, they come ask for 50% of their share. It's called inheritance tax. You go pay for them. You don't get things free like that in this part of the world. So when they steal money, come hide here, they allow them to bring it in, which is wrong. And it's a conversation I had with one of our senators here that I met at the airport. We were speaking.
So if you don't send it a chopped dog meat, why they drink the pepper soup?
That's what I asked him. Why do you allow them to bring it? Why you go allow somebody to sheep in? I've seen it with my two eyes of my sister. Not say that they tell me, I've seen it with my two eyes. Long story short, that they ship cash for big boxes, fly straight from Lagos, enter America here. They go declare them. U.S. government go allow them bring them. You declare it, they let you bring it in. But try to take and come out, go back to where you bring them from. Now then I will there. So you can bring the money in, but you can't carry it out just like that. That's why till tomorrow, Abacha still they give us money when.
So I'm sorry to say, so we're stupidly enriching the economy.
It is stupid. That's why I'm telling you that these politicians are the most
at the
foolish.
of the people where you swear an oath to protect.
They don't own it. They know that you're bringing it, but you don't own it. The day when you say, if you for example bring $1 million from Nigeria down here, open a bank account in your house girl name, put them inside that account. They know who the house girl be. You never hold that kind of money from anywhere. They know say that you bring them. They go let you bank them. Try to come take that $1 million out of here. If they let you take and come out, maybe not like 200 or 300,000, now you go carry. The rest they go carry and take. They know you are enriching their economy, so they let you bring it in. That's why it pains me when our politicians do these things at the expense of their people and themselves. They don't know that they appear foolish to the U.S. government. When they see them, they bring this money in. It helps to enrich them, but they know they can't take it out. So all the sponsors, I go back to what we were saying. Every one of them, when they put hand for this thing, they know them. All of their assets that are here, homes, money, bank accounts, whatever the investment they have, they know how to lock them up. Even in other countries, even as far as to Cancun, if not there, they go hide them. They know how to freeze these things. So make Ted Cruz include not only Mieti Allah and the rest of them when you get on the list, make it go for every and any government official or politician in Nigeria that has a hand in this, or when they indiscriminately they steal from Nigeria and they bring them this way. And let's make them learn lesson. Like I said, and I go close with this. Go to Abu Dhabi, go to Saudi Arabia, go to the UAE, go to this country, Singapore, and see what they did with their natural resources. America never thief their own finish.
Yeah.
They get basis for that.
Say this song where you did talk here. I was in what's that airport in Qatar, and I see waiting first time. I mean, waiting with the natural resources we didn't get for that country. Compare if you see the masterpiece they built as an airport.
And all of them, they fly past there every day.
It depends, no, because
they see them every day.
Apart from oil, when Nigeria get like them, Nigeria get much more natural resources than them.
Right.
And how are they able to utilize their natural resources to benefit? If you see the landmass, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
It's crazy. And at the end of the day, I don't know why we're like, I don't know who do also. And the most painful part of all of this is that when you try to speak for the right thing to happen, you have 1 million more Nigerians fight you for speaking against the evil that's happening in our country.
Did you hear?
We're not fighting and tell you that because it's not your brother. Because
did
you don't live in the same country.
Did you hear what Derek Farotimi said in his interview recently?
Yeah.
Now the same thing when it goes. The same Nigerians that you're
fighting. Say people where they say they cheat, served and oppressed.
They're not fighting for trying to fight for them to bring them out of the problem when they're there. It's a sad situation. You sit down sometimes, you go think, say, make we wash hand, come out, leave. Because believe it or not, those of us when they decide, we don't run they pinch us like they pinch those when they home. But when we think about it, we even if we don't get family back home, we get friends, we get close people. Some way, somehow, they still touch us. We did go on. So now to wash hand, come out and say, leave them to their fate, or still continue to speak. Maybe one day somebody could get them. And if one get them, the second get, the third get, maybe a change can come and this thing turn around. Look at what is happening today. Now, one tweet. Now I don't erupt Nigeria as it is that all
not even Twitter for Twitter. I go in personal social media.
Now, that's what I'm saying. His own personal one. Now put time that the number 3 man in Nigeria, he degrade immediately. They not tell him. Downgrade himself, say, who am I to oppose Trump in what he said? But when he reached Natasha turn, he get muscle. Trump not be man like him. Why not oppose him? But he brought himself down and said, who am I to oppose what Trump has said?
But the deputy answered and I say, no, I can answer on your behalf.
and they will respond to them later. Somebody will respond to them. But the point is this: Nigeria, look, the fight that we can't fight on our own. And I kind of agree with the religious ones when they say God don't answer their prayers. And in the words of the Secretary of War here, to these terrorists in Nigeria, he said, the prayers of the people you killed before they died has been answered by God, and we are the answer to that prayer. So they are coming. Very easy. So they speak with confidence. They know what they're talking about. They are not going to come there and blow up Nigeria and scatter the place and go. They will not come there to steal your natural resources. But also, in fact, if they, let's even assume that they come there and they succeed in chasing these guys away or taking them out completely. Not be for free now. You will get them something. Thank you. How many you want? How many years now they don't mine our gold, Zamfara gold? You did hear anything about them? You did get 1 kobo from them. The lithium and the rest. Kwara State now, there is a new one they're talking about that they just found. Has any member of the government given you an account of how much they got from those things? The oil went there our side from home when they suck every day. They tell you about now. They don't go bring one new what do you call it, ship. When they do this horizontal drilling, you go there inside Atlantic Ocean, but they drill your oil inside your country, and you don't know about them. So all of these things we can't even account for them. And all of a sudden, we don't turn so patriotic that, oh, Trump, they can't take our natural resources. Oh, do some geopolitics kind of nonsense when we talk. We are so educated that in this education, when we get, we don't if you apply them for home. So when I listen to these people, they speak big, big grammar. The one question I ask is this: in all of this education and this beautiful geopolitics speech that you're giving to me, how does it apply to solving this problem that we have at home? They're not going to tell you anything. You see, so it's not natural resources. If America really wants to come take your natural resources, then they don't really need to struggle with you now. They don't need to start a war in Nigeria like that. If they want to take it, they'll take it. But right now, they're even doing it. I'm not saying America. Your natural resources are flying out every day. There are private jets, helicopters that are coming into your country to cut them away every day. And your Minister of Aviation cannot even track them. And you are telling me that now natural resources, not Trump, they come for. The China that you thought was going to come fight for you. They are the chief guys there that are mining these things away from your country with no account given to you. You know, they get a kobo of them. Look at students from other countries. My sister, when they come to school from here, and I'll give you one example. A student from Saudi Arabia was here in the US and was going to school. He come with blue card, like a credit card. Inside that credit card, and please, anybody hearing me now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what he told me personally. He wanted to get a car. That card, when he gets, had about $300,000+ inside. You know the equivalent of bursary when would he get for home those days? That's what's in his card. And it's
wait, no vex, no Russian, no vex, I beg. Is it $300,000?
$300,000 from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia came to.
And you know that Saudi Arabia,
they go school here.
If they know, that is, if you're not doing a course that is obtainable in any university they have there, they personally sponsor you to any university in the world.
That's why he's here. That is why he is here in the US going to school, because it's not offered there. He's going to be here for 2 years. And
$300,000
each year, my sister, he get $300K for inside and card.
So he's going to live well.
Oh my God! He just stay for the best part of town. Yeah, he go buy car brand new. Then they drive around, and when he finish, he go sell him. He go back. You know what I ask him?
Now tell me why that person go on finish jackpot remain for you. US.
What did they do for you?
What you know
looking for in America, and that's my conversation with him. I was like, oh wow, your father must be one of those rich princes, or you must come from one of those royalty families in your country. He said, oh no, my father is just a peasant farmer. Wait, your father is what? As in a peasant farmer. He rears cattle, what do you call it? A camel. Wait, your father is a farmer and you have $300,000 in your account? He must be rich. He said, oh, no, 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 no. My government gave it to me. And if it's going down, if I happen, hear this, so if I happen to use it, the whole 300,000 before the end of the year, all I need to do is call back, they go put more. That will last me the rest of the year until they put the new 300,000. Not the oil now they get like we get, but you find Nigerian students here,
Hey!
in Canada, in America, they sweat to pay for one term tuition in school. They struggle to figure out how to live, but they have the same oil that these people have back home.
Rather, now the Nigerian politician children, they live the life with this person they live for Saudi Arabia.
So now them, now they turn around now, they say, Trump, leave our country, don't come here to do anything to free us. It's a pitiable place that we are in, that the average Nigerian would, for 5,000 naira, and it's hard to believe this. I hear people they talk a lot, but I don't see people when they close to me when he agree to them that sometimes now 10,000 naira they could give them, then they will push them out on the street, go protest, go talk no, we don't want this. We think will benefit them when they protest against them. How are we going to move forward? So it boils down to one thing, and Bob Marley put it right in one of his songs: emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. That's where our problem is. Our mind need to change. It needs to change. We necessarily don't need to have this big education that we're all looking for. Master's degree, PhDs, speak big grammars on TV and on the internet. At the end of the day, nothing comes out. Now the mind, we need to figure out a way to get to these people and get their minds changed. If they think differently, we can turn around communities. And that's why I always default to this, that if we keep quiet, if we wash our hands off because we did Western world, or maybe we did for Nigeria and somehow we survive above, we can afford one bag of rice every month and we leave the rest to suffer. At the end of the day, guess who suffers? Now those of us when we think say we do well. Like they say, the richest man, if there's only one rich man in any community or village, he's the most poorest man amongst them all. So we just have to continue to talk. We need to continue to speak until we get one who can go back home and in the language that the people understand can educate them and say, hey, this thing, maybe we really need to look at this other way. And by the time we get 2, 3, 4 more from the grassroots level, we might turn this thing around. Those that are educated, unfortunately, were our biggest problem. A lot of us were miseducated. And I really don't like it when I hear our people, our educated people from whom they quote books that are written by these people who really kind of cook this bad food, give us make they eat. According to Adam Scholes of this in his book, Man's Mind is... Look, we need to come back to ourselves. Let's figure out our own philosophy and how to bring ourselves out of this mess. It's not that difficult. It's really not that difficult. Now the mind, if our minds change, things could begin to change altogether. Precious, I go end here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. You've spoken
Then
so
packet
much.
of suya day your pocket too when you come.
Hey, how far that suya business now? How far the suya be?
I tell you, say I chop 1, chop 2 now.
Hey,
when I buy that
how
thing,
much be that?
nah, big shot. And my next batch, they come very soon.
Like this now during Christmas like this now. If you just order food for us like this, maybe we just get ready to use it.
Yeah, you know what it suit me past for inside. Where I did, I go get to drive like almost 1 hour. I go buy fine suya. And sometimes when you reach there, you know we see self. We don't finish because only one person to make them. But this one, I sit down inside my house. I just text, I need X amount. In 3 days, it don't come. And it looks good. It looks fresh. It's well packaged. I give out to the guy. It's for the quality that he's producing. I'm not going to compare him to home. That's why I say Prince Chilakai, they owe me small for there. When when he and I
When he
talked
said,
yesterday.
he was comparing it to the sugars we eat.
No,
in
you can't.
Nigeria.
No, but
And I'm
the
like,
guys.
no, people for
the
you
guys,
don't see that kind of sugar job. So
oh no, his own is good compared to the others that I've seen. Not to badmouth anyone, but I applaud him. Great job, and thank you, Precious, for showcasing him to everybody and promoting his business.
it is
If
absolutely
we,
free of charge. I'm not paid a dime for it.
I,
But
I
just
heard you say that many times.
I had to reiterate it again. Make it
I
not be
heard
like
you
say I
say
collect
that
money.
many
Not be
times.
say they fear to take money. Oh, if I take, I go tell on.
I know say the guy get church mind, so he ain't go use him, sir. He ain't
No.
get
I don't even want. He don't show that gesture, but tell and say no. If you do that church mind, it could be like, see, I still want to take something. I don't want. I don't do like that. If I want, I go tell you say I want. If I don't want, I go tell you say I don't want.
Now the beauty of success with that in business, if we all feed promote ourselves like this, even in that one kuli with a sell, and you feed promote each other, there's no way one will not go there successful and make our own fortune from it as a people. And now the secret of the success of those that are here who have done so well in business, whatever product they are selling to the people out there, we just have to figure a way out to promote ourselves, and don't be afraid to give honest opinion on what needs to be done to improve it so the quality can get better.
Okay, so I won't lie, I have tasted it myself, and what I like about the meat is the fact that it's moist. And
yes,
I like the peculiarity of the suya spice, what we call
yes, number two.
It did peculiar, no day like our normal house.
No, and not day like our own.
So I like the peculiarity of the yaji. It's actually different. I dare to say I kind of prefer it to our regular one. It's one distinct taste.
He get a distinct taste. I think he put a turmeric inside there somewhere.
I don't know whatever
it's very nice
in the spice, but
I loved it. I
like
loved it. I loved it.
I like the
I have
spice,
a friend,
and I like how tender the meat did.
Yes.
When the meat they look for eyes, they see they do me from eyes, so they look for mouth.
that was my biggest concern. That would it look good by the time it gets them? Well, I was impressed. He packaged them well, and it looked good.
It was still quite moist and tender.
Very moist and tender. So great.
I mean, I don't fly all the way to Nigeria, and I had to taste it in Nigeria.
Oh, are you serious? He shipped it to Nigeria?
Sent it to Nigeria for me. Yes, he sent it to Nigeria for me because the only thing I asked for in place of payment was I need to have a taste of what I'm marketing. And that's how Prince Francis Chilak also got a taste. So he sent for me. He sent a pack for Francis Chilak and said, for you helping market this business, just taste and see. I'm very particular about. So if I am afraid of telling people to patronize what I'm not sure of, it worries me. So that go be like say I can't deceive people. I know they like anything we get to do with deceit at all. But having tasted it, I give it to him. He did well.
Now chop one, chop two. It was great.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Precious.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. Great job again today.
Thank you. All the best,
right.
sir. Well done, sir. Good night. All right. Yeah. Okay. So if you're in the United States, Kange Black Suya is in Dallas, Texas, but he distributes across the United States, so he can send to you wherever you are. Just call him up on 4696786245. That is, I think he's on 4696786245. That's his details. He's in Dallas, United States, but he can deliver free of charge to your destination in the US, anywhere you are, across all the states of the US. Hello, good evening, and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Precious.
Sir, C2 from Sierra Leone.
Yes, that's me.
We'll not go quarrel today. Go ahead.
No, we're not going to quarrel. You are doing a very good job. If you're not, you know me, and I'll quarrel with you. So
go ahead, C2. I don't close church already. Now you be my
Precious.
Sir.
You see the propaganda of America who want to come and take our resources. It's not going to fly. It's going nowhere. It has already. That propaganda has already died. It's still an arrival. Okay, it's not going to fly. You are dealing. Americans are not. They are not stupid. Okay. Before Donald Trump make that statement he made, they have their fact and figure. They are not black people that we they will have evidence. They will first of all go to arrest. Okay, they are not stupid. Despite how people see America and other things, they still remain the best. They're still going to fight for the less privilege, no matter what the people thought they have been doing or whatever. Tell me any country as it stands now that was going to say that there is no genocide in Nigeria. They are seeing it. Have Britain spoken? Before Donald Trump said it, he have already sent the evidence to Britain. Britain knows. They know. Let them come out and say there is no. Let them come out and make a statement. There is no genocide in Nigeria. Then Trump, all the way, they don't have good relationship with Trump as it stands now. We know that because of their Kruger movement and all their effort they have been doing in other countries. They can come up and Britain can come out and now let them come out and say there is no genocide in Nigeria and let the evidence be tabled in front of them. They do know, including China that is rearing their ugly head. China is among the people penetrating this evil in Nigeria. They do know what they are doing, and we are looking for solution to make sure that these criminal Fulani terrorists to stop them before they reach to their destination, which they will throw the Quran into the sea. We have to stop them. If we don't stop them, we're all going to perish. Is the fact. Propaganda. And let me tell you something precious before we go. I want to make something very clear to you now. Our people said in this age, everyone at the same time, okay? So you can translate it to them in English because I can't do that.
Why can you not do that? How can you come back here? Don't go anywhere. Come back here. How can you give a proverb that you cannot interpret? Come back here and interpret it, or see me can translate it. I cannot. Come and translate it.
Because when we are cutting the hair, when we are barbering the hair, we barb the beards at the same time.
Say now, where did the barber hair and they shave their beard at the same time?
Whatever way, at the same time.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Pass. I give you pass mark. Go ahead.
Precious.
Sir.
We American government table something to us, and they turn around. The evil people turn around and said, "It's Christians and Muslims are dying. Muslims too are dying." I want them to please, in the name of whatever who is lying, because every consequences must to come back to the person who did it, and you that saw the evil and kept quiet, who did not speak. There must be a consequences for every evil. Let them show me the graves where the thousands of Muslims were buried. The same way that pastor went in there and showed the whole world evidence. If you show me the evidence of where they bury hundreds of Muslims, then I will not agree that Muslims too will be being killed. They can't lie to us anymore. There's their propaganda can't fly. There is a Christian genocide. The same way we table the matter to Ted Cruz. American government now, we are pushing for them to investigate why Igbo properties are being demolished in Lagos. That one now is the one on the table. The day they will bring it up, don't come and tell me the Northern two properties being demolished. When that one comes up, we have been pushing for them to tell us why Igbo people properties are being demolished in Lagos. It's on the table. The day they bring it out, I don't want somebody to come and tell me that Fulani properties too being demolished in Lagos. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, thank you. Good night, sir. Oh yeah, make a close shop, eh? Thank you so much. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's been part of the show. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for your calls, your contribution. Thank you for your unalloyed support. I have to say that not too much. Thank you for consistently trusting on this channel to get first-hand report of anything really happen for Nigeria. And we'll continue to make sure we give on a better news all the time. And in case you never follow us across our social media handles, what are you waiting for now? First of all, like this post, and subscribe at Precious TV. Now we'll be across all social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, what do they call me? Oh, this new generation social media. Old woman cannot remember. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of them. We did here at Precious TV, including YouTube here. So make sure you subscribe, like this post, like all our posts, share them if you can. Let make the information, make the gospel continue to go around. They could expand until we fit carry this ministry enter permanent site. I'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I should be joined by Prince Francis Chidaka on Sunday evening. But at the meantime, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone. Protect your mental health. After all this, don't talk finish. Go drink water, drop cup. Let's face tomorrow again as the day rise. One good night and God bless you. Protect your mental health. I love you guys. Good night. God bless you.